everybody's just trying to make money.
Yeah, I just want to work.
And ultimately pursue a better life for themselves and their family. We all disagree. Like, everybody can pretty much agree on that, but we all disagree on how we get there.
Yeah.
And I think what we have is some people, like, I've definitely learned, like, throughout this whole last couple years that some people are just not as thorough or thought out in like whatever they're practicing. We got episode 128. Mike Ross, we should have had him on here for like episode 28, but he's a busy guy. He's out there constructing things. He's got his white sneakers on that are like 4 days old and already messed up.
Damn.
We're really happy to have you here. Shout out this weekend. We got Logan Camp fighting in the second fight against our buddy Nick.
Good boy.
Hopefully they put on a show. Probably going to get out there and capture that. This is probably going to come out after that. So, I mean, it's 2 days away, so we're not going to get the episode out in time. So make it out to the fight. But if you're hearing this, hopefully we're not mad at you for not making it out there because it's our fault. We didn't know.
We didn't know. Found out through a DM.
I love how, dude, short notice fight. That's what happened. Logan hit us up today, took the fight last night, said Nick wanted it.
Damn.
Said, they're fighting for the belt.
The rematch.
Dude, I'm going to go to does Toys R Us even open anymore?
No.
Dude, maybe
maybe in New York City.
Dude, do you think we can pull up Amazon real quick and see if we can overnight a belt? So when one of them wins, I'll give them the belt.
I don't know why.
Definitely have that.
Amazon
definitely has that.
Why I put Amazon.
I was gonna say, why'd you
here.
type Amazon?
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that as I did.
Gilmar goes to Google and types in Amazon Championship belt instead of going to Amazon.
But did it come up though?
Look at the one with the chain, the fantasy football one.
This
one,
one,
God, dude, we're gonna get
$160.
I'll get that for Beer and Wood.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Dude, we want to do the next
like
Beer and Wood at La Stalla in Newtown. Sometime this summer on like a Tuesday so people can make it and just like burn the place down, get a little rowdy.
Yo, look at this guy.
Oh my God. Do you think that guy's tattoos are real?
It's like a shitty Mike situation.
Shitty Mike. Dude.
Are those real?
He's got the demon samurai tattoos
he
on his
doesn't
arms.
look real.
That's a hard cut off on the sleeve right here. It's a hard cut.
Know. That guy looks like he's on steroids and only wears athletic fabric.
Yeah, that's Nike Tech for you, dog.
Is that what that is?
It looks like it.
Let's see if there's any belts that are like more reasonably priced that we can get by like $10 tomorrow. Whoa!
Yo, there it is.
What if I just get him a pink belt?
Those are like watches.
Yeah, action figures. Yeah, no, you should get him a mini one like that.
For his wrist.
Yeah.
That's all we got you. Balling on a budget.
Damn, that's a jump in price, $5 to
158. All right, so it was a good idea, but nobody's getting belts. No, but
we had a little trophy for we bowl, me and my friends, on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
And it was like a bowling trophy. It said champion bowler. We bought off Amazon, and whoever scores the most each Wednesday takes home the trophy and has to bring it back next week.
That's pretty cool.
Wait, I think I found one. $14.
Free shipping.
Fast free, bro.
It'll get here sometime today or 2 months from now.
Role play.
Damn, it says what?
Design role play.
You know what?
All right.
It does say that belt authentic design role play. Let's read the reviews. Let's see the negative reviews. We'll read some of those.
You want to see the 1 stars?
Let's see the 1 stars, 2%.
Read those first.
Belt arrived today damaged, missing back screws as well. How nice. Multiple deep scratches.
Damn, multiple?
Dude, shut up.
You bought a belt for $13.
You bought
Amazon.
a belt for $13.
He's complaining about.
And it was probably for a joke as well. Unless that dude just takes it way too serious.
Yeah, James Cole. I don't trust him. Really nice quality. Then the next review is really nice quality. These are far better made than the WWE counterparts. And this belt is even a huge upgrade in material, detail-wise, from the AEW World Championship. It has a nicer strap and a cleaner looking. Dude, there's a lot. It seems like
that dude wears that to bed.
Oh, for sure. He wears it to bed.
Look, dude, Nate with the ski goggles on his thing. Didn't expect a whole lot for $15. Meets my expectations. Used for a beer pong tournament.
Hell yeah.
That's what people buy those things for.
Yeah, that's what they
Like-
should be for.
Dude, look at that one dude's name down there. Belt looks kid size. It look best looking kid sized belt. The kid's name is Oriel Roy Dorian. I don't think that's a real name.
That sounds like a transformer.
It sounds like a guy who should be wearing a belt like this. Do you think that's his wrestling name?
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure.
Look at this dude, Arturo Trinado. That's a wrestling guy.
Let's see. Damn,
look at
my
that
boy's
guy.
fit out, bro. You got Carhartt on.
Yeah, Carhartt 3X
Damn, killing it. Don't John got these?
polo. Yeah, dude, it's the New Balance. It's not the mall walker, it's the trail walker.
Damn, that's crazy, bro.
Dude, yeah, speaking of walking, Mike Ross has lost a lot of weight.
I have.
Do you run it every day now?
Not as much anymore. My knee is really bad.
Yeah.
I had knee surgery in like 11th grade, so like it's the same knee, same pain, and I just know I need another knee surgery eventually.
Yeah, my wife was asking me who was on the podcast today, and I said Mike Ross, and she's like, "Oh, like when was the last time you saw him?" I was like, "I think the Beer and Wood." I was like, "We talk all the time though," and I was like, "I really hope he wears a mustache."
I was thinking about getting rid of everything and leaving just the mustache.
Yeah,
It just show up with the mustache. I mean, Gilmore's rocking it.
A little bit.
Yeah.
yeah. Gilmore looks like a conquistador though.
Yeah, I was talking to my friend. I'm like, should I shave this off? And she's like, I don't know. I'm like,
Your friend that's a girl, or her pronouns are she?
she's a female.
Okay,
Gotta be correct, right?
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So
And I was running late, but then I was on time.
yeah, dude, you got here
Like
early.
quarter of, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. 10 minutes early, he's on time.
Yeah. I
Is
try
it-
to be.
You try to be.
Most of the time I'm on time.
Yeah.
I just say 90% of the time I'm on time to where I need to be.
Yeah, 100% of the time, every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or was it 60% of the time?
Yeah.
Every time. Wait, what?
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
So, what do you got going on now, man? What are you doing? How's the family restaurant going?
The restaurant's doing well, like crazy well.
Your dad just bought a Corvette, right?
Yeah, he's a nut job. He's 61, just bought a Corvette, and everyone's calling it his midlife crisis. And I was like, no, he bought a restaurant when he was 60. That's kind of his midlife crisis.
Yeah, I mean, I've been down to this spot a few times. Gypsy Blue and Ambler. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. You guys do live music and stuff there.
Yeah, live music every Friday and Saturday night, pretty much year round. I don't think we've missed one since we've like opened.
Yeah.
And a lot of the same artists and new artists all the time, and they're always like actually pretty good live music.
I think the restaurant was like the second place I went when they like released the lockdown.
Yeah, I remember you were texting me and said that you were going down.
I was like,
right when everything.
What's the word, dude?
Yeah.
Like, do I have to? What's going on here? I was
My
like,
dad was like, he was wanted to be open like the entire time of the shutdown because we had.
dude,
we,
you just bought it.
We bought it in July of the pandemic, like 6-7 months after it started, and then we weren't like allowed to open. Or I think we were allowed to open, then like a couple months within being open, he had to pretty much just like not be open. So then he was like open, but then like we got told by like Montgomery County, I think health department came out because people were just tattling left and right on restaurants that were open. So he ended up closing, doing what he had to do. And then it came down to the point where once he opened up and it just like, we stretched the limits of like the tables where it had to be like every other table. He stretched the limits on that for a while. And there was people that would be at the restaurant complaining that the tables are too close to each other. And I'm like, all right, then don't go out to eat.
Be like, you're too close to me.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's always had some like, it's just people everywhere. Like there's always people going to complain no matter what the situation is.
Yeah,
in this situation.
Regardless of like what my opinions are, there are certain aspects of the whole situation that are just outright stupid.
It just made no sense.
This past weekend, we were at a restaurant in New Hope, my wife and I, and we were sitting at the bar, shoulder to shoulder with people. And the couple next to us got up after they were done eating and drinking and everything, put their masks on, and walked fucking 6 feet.
Yeah,
Pardon my language right off in the 2-minute mark here. Gonna get us off YouTube.
Jeez.
But they literally I literally looked at them just like, what why? What?
How does that make sense? It just comes down to
Yeah,
how
it's
does that
just
make
like you're
sense?
literally in a busy restaurant with all these people, and then you put your mask on to walk the 6 feet out of the restaurant when it's not a rule anymore. I was just kind of like, I guess like I don't have any hate or ill anything towards the whole situation. It's just my level of confusion and
Yeah,
just
that's
kind of
exactly
like,
where I was at.
what?
You just have no idea what.
I'm
It
like,
just
what?
it doesn't make
And
sense.
you want to
anymore.
ask people, but like it always turns into a conflict, even when you're genuinely being like, can you help? Can you explain to me where you're at on this whole thing? And just
Yeah.
be like, are you sick?
Yeah. And
Should
you-
I
yeah.
be worried
Yeah,
that
yeah,
way?
like-
Should I be?
And like, yeah, they might have a health thing, but then you see like a whole family doing
Yeah.
it. I'm like, all right, do you all? It's just weird.
Yeah,
And
so.
it's at the point now where it's just like, I think it's so you're so accustomed to it now that you just like, oh my God, people are just wearing them still.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Wawa yesterday, and I was waiting behind a lady, and I thought I picked the register right. Like I thought I picked the line that was moving
Yeah.
fast, you know. And I get up there, and the girl behind the register was like over by the next register, trying to figure something out, and I'm like, all right, I guess
Are you open or
something's stressful here. And the lady before me in line that was like waiting for the cashier was trying to buy 3 packs of Marlboro 100s, and they were trying to find her a pink lighter. And this woman had
She
a
had to have
mask
the
on.
pink.
And
She had to have a pink lighter, and
Yeah,
was
she had to have
wearing
a mask on.
buying 3 packs
Dude.
of smokes.
Buying 3 packs of like some heavy smokes.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, I wanted to be like, I just assumed they weren't for her. Looking at her, like I'm gonna assume they were for her.
Yeah.
And
I think
was
we
just-
know what you're getting.
yeah, I heard her her raspy voice. She was like in her 60s and like definitely like,
Did she have like a hole in the mask that
My
she could
name's
slide the
Karen.
cigarette through?
can I get 3 packs?
Yeah.
And I was just like, what do you, the mask,
Yeah.
what, like,
Yeah.
you're smoking cigarette, like, it's like you're not, I'm so
Or
confused what you're,
she wears it because she knows the risk of her continuing to smoke cigarettes.
yeah, maybe she has like immune issues from smoking cigarettes, so like she's just trying to be safe.
Yeah.
She's just trying to be safe.
Yeah.
It's just like, and I'm just like, whatever you want to do. I don't
Yeah.
care if you wear a mask, but that's
Yeah.
just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
It's inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you're.
It's everywhere.
Like,
and
you're
see,
not.
Philly did it. It was like, put your masks back on. It lasted for like 3.5
It
days.
was 4 days.
And they were like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, I wonder if Philly did that because of like the pushback that they got. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they-
SEPTA told like all Philly transportation, you didn't have to wear it. When the Philly mandate came back, SEPTA was like, passengers don't have to, but the staff did,
which
is like all of Philly.
it's like
It's SEPTA.
yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't think. Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, most people at least are all trying to do the same thing.
Yeah. I just want to go to work.
Everybody's just trying to make money.
Yeah. I just want to
and,
work.
and ultimately pursue a better life for themselves
Yeah.
and their family. We all disagree. Like everybody agrees, can pretty much agree on that, but we all disagree on how we get there.
Yeah.
And I think what we have is some people, like I've definitely learned like throughout this whole last couple years that some people are just not as thorough or thought out in like whatever they're practicing, whether
Yeah.
it's masks
Yeah.
or health and fitness. It's like you meet people and they're like, yeah, dude, I go to the gym every day. You know, like I haven't seen you for a couple months and you're like, yeah, I worked out, almost every day. I stopped doing this, and I lost a bunch of weight. And it's like,
Yeah. Cut back on
that
beer.
makes
Huge,
sense.
it's huge.
That makes sense.
Cut back on
But
beer.
like you
is
see
huge.
people all the time where it's like, yeah, I go to the gym every day, and it's like, would you do anything while you're there? Like,
Yeah, just
what
hanging
do
out with
you-
a friend named Jim.
going
to Jim's house.
Yeah, I go to Jim's house. It's like, but what are you doing
Yeah.
there? Like,
Yeah.
what? Like,
And that was another part of it. I'm like, all right, people are like sick, getting COVID, and a lot of it was people are unhealthy. And I was like, all right. I always joked and said I was like a blown out tater biscuit. So I was like, let me change that.
yeah,
And when I moved out, I just started just running every day, and then got a gym membership for the first time since like high school. So 8-9 years.
Is it weird that I picture your move out like when the stepbrothers move into their own place and he's like he runs out of toilet paper and he looks down at the carpet in the bathroom?
No, I'm pretty good because like I'm like, do I like when I first was moving out, I was like, let's screw this. I bought everything like brand new. I'm like, I don't want like take anything with me. Like bought new furniture, new couch, new bed, mattress, literally everything.
Do you live by yourself?
Yeah, I live by myself in a
What's that like?
2-bedroom.
In
In a 2-bedroom because
Yeah, well,
that's all I could find.
That's baller. Though.
And I mean, the business will pay for half of the rent for
It's
my
an
office.
Yeah.
So, but no, it's great.
Do you like living on your own?
Oh yeah, I love
like
it.
by
I love
yourself?
being alone. Sometimes it's just like you just like come home and just quiet and just the guy. I'm in like a complex. The guy lives above me. Good dude. He's an older Irish dude, so he's like always drinking a little bit. Buddy, good dude, and I'm always like, "What's up, Connor?" He's like, "What's up, my man?" And he's just sitting on his porch smoking his heaters outside all day long. But yeah, living on my own, and I think that was another kind of kick in my ass to like do it. It was like I was like, all right, now what? Because when I was like living at home, I would just like go home, do whatever I had to do at the house, and then just like go to my room and work on my like estimates and paperwork and whatever.
Yeah.
And then it got to the point where I was just like, nah, I'm gonna just start running. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
And I live like at the bottom of Doylestown, so by like the back entrance of the hospital. So like I can just run right around the whole hospital. There's a whole path trail that goes all the way around in whatever Lenape, I think middle school. There's a whole trail that runs through all of that. It's a couple miles long. And I was just like, first couple weeks running sucked.
Yeah.
For not running and couldn't tell you how long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably run like half a mile, walk half a mile, run half a mile, walk half a mile. And then I'd be like, walk the rest of the way freaking home. Like I should have done like 1 mile there, 1 mile back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can do this.
Were you listening to like music and stuff while you're running, or just like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
Obviously, no prisoners podcast as well. But.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. And no, I can't do like working out without music. Like the other morning, I drove to the gym last week. I pulled in and I took my other car, and I was like, oh shit. My headphones are in my truck.
Yeah.
And it's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just like, I'm not going to drive back. I just went home. I was like, I'm not going to go get them and then go right back. And
Workout's
I was like,
canceled, boys.
yeah, I was
No
like,
headphones,
and I
can't
had
do
some
it.
like pre-workout, so I was like all like wired. I'm like, I'm just going to sit on my laptop and like crank out an estimate or something.
Yeah. When I was younger, I did a bunch of pre-workout. It's when I said I did a bunch of pre-workout, it sounds like I snorted it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, some people do.
Yeah.
So,
So I slammed that pre-workout. I think it was like Jacked 3D or something like that. Some cheesy ass name.
Yeah.
And I got pulled over. And the cop was like, "You good, dude?"
Right?
And I was like, honestly, I'm on the way to the gym. I took a bunch of pre-workout.
Yeah, so I'm like wired.
I'm like,
Wired.
my skin's gonna I'm gonna start scratching my skin.
Yeah,
off
and
my
you're like
face.
doing like your mouth is like, ah.
It was like a
like-
million miles an hour,
Yeah.
and he's like, all right, I'll try and get you out of here quick.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. I think
Yeah.
he was like fucking with me
Yeah,
at that
he
point.
knew what he was
They're
doing.
like 25 minutes later, he's like, "Do you know how dark your windows are?" I'm like, "Dark enough for you to give me that ticket. Let's go."
Let's go, yeah. Like this shit only lasts for half an hour.
I got a date with the dumbbells. Let's do
Yeah.
it, dude.
That's why I think the same thing. Because like I go before work, or I try to. Like, do you still do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just like that better. I get home 4 or 5 o'clock, and I'm like, I don't like the crowdedness of it. So
Yeah, it sucks. It's amateur hour. You got a bunch of dudes with white
And you're
sneakers
just
on
like,
and just like jerking each
wait,
other off
wait.
by the lat pull down. They're all like,
Yeah,
"Yo, dude,
you
you're
just-
so good," taking videos of each other. I'm like, listen, high school.
yeah.
Let's
And
you
at
know,
4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, there's only like 3 of those dudes.
Mm.
speed it up. Yeah,
So like,
and they're committed. They're
Yeah.
like, they're
Yeah.
getting jacked up.
yeah, and I'm just like, all right, cool. Like you can do whatever. You're not waiting for anything, and it's all available. So like, and I was thinking the same thing the other morning. And like, I go to Planet. There's one right by my apartment, but like the one over by Montgomeryville better because the Home Depot's right there. So I plan it so that Home Depot opens at 6.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That if I need to go there, same thing with the Lowe's. So I plan it well. But I'm like driving down 202. I'm like doing like 75 miles an hour. I'm like, if I get pulled over right now, like this is probably going to be hilarious. I'm just going to be like, "What's up, dude? Good morning. How are you?" Like just all wired up.
I used to when I lived in the city, I had like city gym membership, but I also had a $12 a month gym membership
Yeah.
at Crunch Fitness.
Crunch.
Yeah, it was legit. Tons of girls there. And it was just like at nighttime, it was like tigers hunting hunting gazelles. Like all the boys would show up and they'd just be like staring at the girls.
Yeah,
and all
it's
you had to
not
do
weird.
to like get girls to notice you was like not creep them out.
Yeah.
Because there was so many creepy dudes
Yeah.
there that you would just be
That's
like,
why I
I'm
wear
here-
sunglasses.
I'm
the
here to
gym.
work out, and then all of a sudden you'd find girls talking to you. You'd
Yeah.
be like, "Why are you talking to me?"
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
be
I
like,
don't ever think that's a place to go
It's
try to pick up
feel safe.
women.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah, I think.
it's interesting. So I would go in the morning because I lived in the city and the Crunch Fitness isn't Ben Salem, so I would like get out of the city before
Yeah.
all the traffic, which would save tons of time.
Yeah.
And then I would work out, and then if I like didn't time my day right, I would go to the gym after work too, just to like not sit in
Yeah.
traffic. Got huge,
Got huge.
no big deal. And that's when I started going to the gym before work.
Yeah.
It was like 10 years ago, probably, maybe.
I
less.
and I'm like ready to go in the mornings. Like
And
it
you have
just,
stuff to do after work. Like
Yeah,
you have
exactly. I'm doing
estimates to go
estimates
on, networking thing. You go grab
Yeah.
some dinner with somebody.
Mhm.
Like
yeah,
you're
there's
doing
just always something.
more social stuff. Where in the morning, nobody's doing anything
Yeah.
at that time.
Mhm.
Nobody's emailing you, calling you.
And that's why I like
bothering
it too. Where like when I went this morning, I was just thinking about that. I was just like, because like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was like chaos, phone calls, emails, text messages. Like I'm looking at my phone, it's just like nonstop. And I was just like, this morning, I was just like, no, nothing.
Yeah.
Because I was like early. Like I woke up thinking someone was banging on my door. No one was banging on my door. And like I got up, I'm like, shit, I'm gonna have to kill someone right now. And there's no one there. There's a little eye hole. No one's there.
Just like he's got like
It's-
his gun at the door.
Yeah,
like,
right?
Who's there?
It's
Who
2:30.
did?
It's 2:30 in the morning. I'm
Just
like,
tripping.
all right. I'm like, do I go back to bed? No. I was at the gym by like 3:30 this morning.
That's
like-
why he has 24 hours.
Yeah,
It's legit.
yeah. And that's why I like it too, because I can go whenever.
Yeah, that's awesome. I found that like I got way more done. If I get to the gym now at 8 o'clock in the morning, it sucks because my phone is just
It's
ringing,
already moving. It's
and
already
I can't
moving.
I can't not pick up a lot of the phone calls.
Yeah.
I can't just be like, yeah, figure it out.
Yeah.
Whatever
What you got?
happens,
The
happens.
guys are
Just show-
texting you saying, "Hey, we need this. What's this? What's next?" And like,
What's the tile layout? What's
Yeah.
so and so's here? They have questions.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to get there before the world starts. And then if you go at the end of the day, you're dealing with like
It's just
the
chaos.
the tigers hunting the gazelles, and you're just like annoyed because it's so busy. You want to get on the lap machine, but like the boys club is just like 5 deep over by the lap machine,
Yeah.
filming each other on
Yeah.
Snapchat,
Yeah.
and it's just like.
Yeah.
There's like girls filming the boys from afar, being like, "God, I'd like to take this one out."
Yeah.
I
They're
see
like,
the
"We
girls.
see you."
Honestly, I see the girls being just as creepy as the boys. They'll be
Yeah.
like, there's this one kid that's like, I don't know how old he is. He's probably like a senior or junior in high school. Real tan. He looks like Jack Drake is what I call him.
Okay.
This kid's just beautiful.
Yeah,
I'm like, dude,
he's
when you go to
good-looking.
when
He's
you
a
go to
good-looking dude.
dude, by the end of freshman year in college, he's gonna have every STD. Like that's what we're doing here. And the girls will literally like see him
luck.
working out, and I'll catch them just like
Trying to
Snapchatting
get, like,
him.
a little quick.
And I was in the sauna with the kid one time, and we were joking
Yeah.
around, and I was like, yo, dude, just so you know, all the girls, I like see the girls filming you all the time. And he's like, yeah, they do.
Oh, what a tool!
He's just
What a
like
tool.
he's like they do.
What a tool!
But I
he
think
just knows it.
I think he just knows
just
it.
knows
He's just
it.
like
One of
whatever.
those dudes. He's
I think
like,
he's
yeah.
just a celebrity, local
Yeah.
celebrity. I don't
Yeah.
even know who this kid is. I
Yeah.
find out he's like a basketball player's son. Like dad plays for the Sixers
yeah,
or something.
right? Yeah. They moved to the suburbs to get out of the city.
Yeah, man. You know, it's hard being famous.
Yeah.
I got 5,000 Instagram followers. No big deal.
Yeah. Right.
There's only 4,000 kids in my high school, you know. He's like, I went to every junior prom last year
Oh.
in the area.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, dude,
Not a fan.
chill down, man. Be like, yo, why don't you lace up those Vans a little tighter?
Yeah.
And it's like, whatever.
He's probably wearing white Vans.
He literally
These
did.
ones are Nikes.
Yeah, I call it the white sneaker committee. They literally show up with like white high socks,
I can't
the,
do
the white
socks. I don't know.
the
Something
white
about white
like
socks.
simple Vans.
Yeah.
They
Or,
all
like,
wear
the
short shorts. They
Converse.
like roll their shorts up so they can see their quads in the mirror. They're all like doing like this in the mirror. I'm like, dude, like
Yeah.
let's pick the weights
Yeah.
up.
So go before all of them.
Yeah, I was. I went there a few weeks ago, and they were like on the bench press, and the one kid's working out. And he's like 245s on each side. They got to like the last kid. He could barely do the bar.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this kid. I'm like, me and you are the same. Like,
That was like me in high school.
Can you do a push up?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, the bar's 45 pounds. You have to weigh at least 180.
Yeah.
Like, if you fell down on the ground, how would you pick yourself up? I'm like, would you like?
He's got to like roll to a set of stairs or something to like prop himself up.
You know what? Honestly, like the kid probably had like a stroke from the vaccine, and I didn't know that. I probably don't know. I'm probably making fun of a kid that had like
And
a
he's your,
like a
he's your
bad
number one listener.
Yeah, sorry, brother. We'll call him Little Teach,
Sorry,
TJ.
Little Teach.
Yeah, TJ. Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. We love you.
You'll get that bench press up.
You'll get that bar up.
Yeah.
It's fine.
There's also a dude at the gym. I hope he listens. I don't know why he would, but he
One day.
he only does. I don't know what he works out, because like there's dudes that literally do the same exercise
Every single
each
day. Every single day.
and then there's the guys that try and pick up like the most amount of weight, and they're literally like, it's like, what are you testing the weight? Like, what are we doing here? But there's this one guy that literally will take the dumbbells, and he'll start at like 50 pounds and work his way up to like 70, 80. So he'll go under the pull-up bar, put the dumbbell on, put his feet on the dumbbell, grab the bar. His hands are covered in chalk. Grab his wrist and literally just yank up one time and drop the weight. He drops the weight off of his feet when he gets to the top. I'm like, no. I literally said to him one time, I was like, I want to see you come down slowly.
Yeah, that's where
with
it's
the
all.
weight.
That's where it's working.
And he's like, and he looked at me. He's like, ah. I'm like, what's your deal, dude? You trying to like? And he's got like a hunchback now because he only works his back out. I'm like, I've never seen you. I
you
said,
just got massive traps.
I try not to
walking like a
Dude,
square truck.
I try, and like I broke the other day. I was like, do you ever hit the bench? And he looked at me like, no. He like thought about it. He's like, bench?
Yeah.
I'm like, but
What is this bench?
Yeah.
what is this?
It's like
bench?
I've sat on a bench.
I'm like, yeah. There's guys that just like, I like, it's hard not to like people watch sometimes. It's like, we do the same.
People watching is great.
Oh,
Anywhere
yeah.
you go, though.
Love doing
no
that
matter
shit.
what. Anywhere you go,
Yeah.
people watching.
Yeah. Like, it's the best at the gym.
Yeah, at the gym it's good. Even like just grocery shopping. I put my headphones on while I go grocery shopping now. I don't want like, because I would see too many customers now
Okay.
as I'm walking through the grocery store, or like I don't shop near where my parents live anymore for groceries because grew up playing baseball. I know a lot of people over there.
You're low-key famous. It's cool.
Low-key mayor of Chalfont. And it like got to the point I'm like, put my headphones in, shop in Doylestown or like Plumstead. Like get away from where last time I was in Chalfont grocery shopping, 4 people at the grocery store.
Asking for autographs.
Yes.
Did they have a pen at least, or they ask you for
No,
your
I always have one.
Okay.
Just because of that.
Okay.
But no, just like I'm just like, I don't want to talk to people. And they're like, how's your parents? And it goes into like a whole like 4, 6, 7 minutes that like are just added more to my 20-minute grocery trip.
You just cut them off. You're like, look, I got dairy and stuff in here.
Yeah.
I got to get it back into
And
the
it's
fridge.
like my whole cart is just full of ice cream. I'm like, this shit's melting. It's full of ice cream.
So you just you open the fridge and you just start putting stuff back into the
Like, good to see you too, but I have to grab another one because this one de-thawed.
Be like, yeah, I didn't know what I was going to eat tonight until you came up to me. I thawed out these burgers.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. I didn't have to wait for it.
Thankfully, I typically don't have to do the grocery shopping, so that
You're
doesn't
married.
happen to me. Yeah. Wow, that's extremely sexist of you. But yeah, I'm not allowed to do a lot of things like that. It's just not like, it's just a headache for my wife to let me do stuff like that.
I was
She's
just,
like,
you just mess it up.
I'd rather just not.
You probably go and you start like picking out things that like aren't on the list, and you're like, yeah, I haven't tried this yet. We should probably try these.
Oh, I'll buy ridiculous
That's what I'm
shit.
saying.
when we were living like separately, like before we moved in together a few years ago, like it like I don't know what I bought. I bought a bunch of shit. My wife was just like, what are you doing here?
What is this for?
What are you making? Like,
Who is this for?
Yeah, I think the first time my wife slept over, I was like trying to be a boss, you know. I was like, I'll cook you breakfast, and I literally like have you heard this story where like I heated I had like this like hot plate skillet that I would make like stuff on, and I heated it up, and like I forgot, I was like just like infatuated with her, so I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't spray Pam on the thing, so I threw the batter on there, and it like literally just like everything got stuck to it, and she's like, what are you doing? and I'm literally like making you breakfast.
Like,
Be
I
grateful.
know how to cook.
Be grateful. And this is like one of the reasons I loved her from the beginning was like I literally like I gave it to her and she ate like 2 bites of it and she's like, this is terrible.
Just tell you straight up.
Straight up. She looked at me,
straight
this is terrible. Can we go to breakfast? And I was like, yeah, fuck it. I never have to cook again.
Yeah, like
good. At least you know from now on.
So like what you're saying is like botched the first attempt.
I tried really hard. Like I was
No,
trying
you
to
tried,
I was
but
trying to impress
Yeah,
her.
you're trying to.
But there was nothing.
But like if I just botched the first attempt,
Yeah.
then I might be able to get out of it forever.
That's the way to do it. Like have like be excellent at making rest. Yeah.
Gilmore's like, I should have done
Right,
that.
I have to cook. Not that I have to, but I usually cook
Yeah.
every night.
Yeah.
Gilmore's a chef. I was gonna say a licensed chef, but I don't think you need a
don't have
license.
to have a
I mean,
license.
my
Yo,
serve safe
here you go.
certification is probably not.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
gonna say
your
serve
license-
safe is different than
He's
not
licensed to grill, dude.
Yeah. License to grill.
It's like a
yeah.
dad
Is that a
t-shirt.
shirt?
Yeah, it's got
License to grill.
dude.
100% that is a t-shirt.
Not
100%.
yeah, not the way we design it.
There's
though.
that one Instagram page. It's just Rad Dad. I guarantee they sell that.
License to grill.
Rad dad.
Rad Dad.
Let's hit it up.
That one, the top one.
Oh my
Big
god.
fan of this one.
It literally has like the white and pink, like old school, like
It's like cool dad from the '90s starters pack. I mean, I would probably wear most of that today.
dude.
Besides the haircut.
that jacket on the right there.
That's what I'm saying.
That was like every milkshake cup.
Yeah.
At every place.
Every pizzeria had that shit.
We ride at dawn lawnmower.
Nice. Holy shit.
That's a veiny arm.
That's Andrew driving to the gym
Yeah.
when he's on C4.
True stories. Not gonna lie, when I was working out at Crunch Fitness, I got the gym membership like after a breakup. So like I was getting after the
Yeah.
weight. I was picking every weight in the gym got picked up. And
I pick things up. I put them down.
yeah, I was just like hate lifting.
Hate lift.
lifting.
Yeah, and this I was sitting there working out one day, and it was like a Sunday afternoon, and this girl comes up to me, and she was kind of cute, not really for me, and she was just like, I was like super pumped up, and I had like vein in my arm popping out, and she was just like, yo, I could hit that vein from across the room with a lawn dart, and I was like, what are you nurse? Like just trying to be like,
Yeah.
what's up? You trying
Try to
nurse?
somewhat flirt back.
And she
Yeah.
was like, she's like, no, I'm in medical school. I'm going to be a doctor. I was like, get out of here. Like, you didn't put IVs in people, you faker.
Faker.
If you were a nurse, I believe you could hit it, but a
Yeah.
doctor, I ain't letting you bother me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
You don't
pass
trust
out.
a doctor. When have you seen a doctor put an IV in?
Yeah,
They're
good
usually
point. Yeah.
nurse.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
You trust the nurse to do it. If a doctor came and he's like, I'm going to put the IV in,
But
I'd be
then
like,
we
no,
let the doctor cut you open.
no, buddy.
We need
Nah.
a nurse in here.
Nah. And I just kind of was just like, get out of here. Your med school, your Crunch Fitness on a Sunday. Get out of here.
Crunch Fitness on a
What are
Sunday.
you, what are you going to Bucks County Community College doctorate program? Like, what school around here is studying doctor? It's like, go back to studying.
Stick to your stethoscope.
Yeah, dude. What bone is this? Tibia?
Yeah, there you go. Hit my knee. Hit my knee real quick.
You might, what's the one on the right? You might not like hearing this, but this isn't the correct length of shorts for a man.
This is the correct
Is
length.
that Tom Selleck?
Kind of. No, is that what's the dude from Smokey and the Bandit?
Yeah, that's the dude from
Burt
Smokey.
Reynolds?
Burt Reynolds.
Oh, that's
probably.
Burt Reynolds?
Looks like him.
Honestly,
Kind
that's
of.
that's like a 6-inch inseam.
I don't think.
I've seen shorter.
I don't think Tom. Never mind. Whatever. 'Cause I don't think Burt Reynolds is this thick, bro. He's a
I was
thick
gonna say,
man.
he got them thighs.
Yeah.
You don't know.
This is the look I'm trying to go for, to be honest. The hair and then the stash and then
She's
I
pull
don't, I
Just
don't got
getting
the leg.
absolutely like
Yeah.
pull
ripped
up
in the legs.
my buddy's
Just the
company.
legs.
Yeah, right.
Like everyone works on upper, just Gilmore only works on his legs.
This is the shorts we need to get
thighs
for
for
the
the
team.
guys.
It's Sunga Life, SUNGA Life.
Sunga Life?
Yeah, this is my buddy's company, or I think he's like
Wait,
an
Instagram or just Google?
Just Google it. We go to sungalife.com.
Sorry.
SUNGA Life. Yeah, dude, hit that.
This one?
Yeah, these are the shorts you need. Ranger shorts.
You're
Scroll down a little bit. They also got bikinis and stuff too, but I don't really wear bikinis.
Anymore.
It's men's silkies. Look at this top one. Boom.
Yo, clutch, bro.
Seriously, this is like we need to get the team like all matching, like little short.
And they have to wear them to work.
Yeah, Ranger panties. That's what they're called.
Why would you get any like your guys that?
I don't know. It's team uniforms.
$45?
We've got pretty good looking dudes on our teams. We're trying to impress the customers.
Yeah, I don't got rib tattoos.
They already hired you.
Yeah, but do they rehire you?
They rehire you.
Dude,
Yeah.
we got
Continue to hire
repeat
you.
customers for days, dude.
Yeah.
We'll work on your house for 2 years straight because of these
Yeah.
shorts.
Yeah, look at these, bro.
You're
You
wondering-
might.
That's
wondering-
clearly me, so that's cool. But yeah,
That dude is hilarious.
which guy? This guy?
That guy, he's in. Have you ever seen? It's like a movie about the Iraq or Afghanistan invasion, or it's not a movie. It's like an HBO miniseries. It'll come to me.
I wish I knew everything.
It's a vision. I don't know. I don't know. Google like HBO series for like invasion Iraq or something. Iraq.
I
Generation Kill. Yeah, that dude is in that show, and he's like that guy is an actual Marine recon, and he's in that show as his Instagram is hilarious. It's all just him working out, and he's just like the nicest, kindest dude ever. But you're just like, what did this guy like? He's just like a weird character.
He just works out on his Instagram.
Well, yeah, if we got to find his name
Yeah,
first
those
before we pull his
pages are
Instagram.
kinda, sometimes a little much. The dudes just constantly post the
But
workout.
his are real. He's like kind of funny.
Like he makes it funny.
Yeah, his
Then that's all right. I think those
Rudy
ones are funny.
Reyes. It's the guy second from the bottom right now. That guy. His character in the show is hilarious. He's like this possibly like he's super metro, and they're like, he's like, buddy, you need to lotion. Like, he keeps like saying just shit like that in the show. But his Instagram's pretty funny. If you need any workouts or motivations, or you need some short styles,
I've watched a bunch of like not like the workout motivations.
Yeah, go to the one on the left of him in the bikini.
Jesus.
Check this.
Is there music? Just what the hell am I watching?
And sometimes when I see some of these videos, I'm wondering if like, obviously this one looks like he staged the camera himself. But sometimes I'm like, is someone filming this dude while he does this?
Yeah,
'Cause I'd rather be alone if I were to film something like that. I'd rather be alone than have someone standing there filming me doing that.
Bro, he's wearing the Sungas, bro.
Yeah, I think he's an owner
Right
in
here.
the company.
Force Blue Sungas.
Or he just has
Like,
like,
click out and go to
he's
the
the
picture on the
sponsor
left
for
of
them
this
and
one.
just wears,
Yeah,
he
this-
wears them
yeah, what's
everywhere.
Just him, just this like his apartment's got no furniture in it, just so he can just so he can fight.
What are these cabinets? Linoleum cabinets? What are
He's
those?
literally got
The
pictures. He doesn't even
curtains are
hang.
like 8 inches on the floor.
He doesn't even hang pictures up.
Oh, that's what mine was until about 2 months ago.
Oh, what
Oh,
the-
whoa, oh,
what
shit,
the
oh,
fuck?
shit,
Where'd
dude.
that come from? What the fuck? What does that have to do with that?
And it says, "Blame it on my PTSD, baby." He goes he's like, after knee surgery, special thanks to Gunner Fitness. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Gunner Fitness is another good dude. This guy's got like, click on his thing. He trains like pro athletes, like Olympic, and like if you're somebody, I don't know, it's not the same guy. Yeah, it is. But this guy, if you go to his like gym setup, his whole gym is literally every piece of equipment. Like his whole, like the entire
And is
facility.
like his personal house or like his gym?
It's like a fitness. It's
gym.
a private
Okay,
gym
yeah.
that like you have to be like invited to train
And
at.
you're
But
probably-
literally
yeah.
every square inch, I don't think he has a piece of fitness equipment
This
that
right here.
doesn't exist. Yeah, it's
That's
literally
literally like $100,000.
it's more. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
He's got things that came out in the 80s.
Oh,
He's
like
got,
he like is like a collector. of
Yeah,
this
it
stuff,
literally looks like a collection of fitness
Oh,
equipment.
wow.
That's interesting.
But I saw a video like he was training like this one pro skier the one day. He was training, I think,
Wahlberg?
boxer. Mike Wahlberg was in there. That's how you know he's legit. Is this where you're heading, dude?
That's how you know he's legit. When you meet Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mark
bro.
Wahlberg's no joke. He's on all
He
the
is.
steroids.
Wahlburgers, bro.
You don't. I mean,
I've had Wahlburgers. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Wahlburgers pretty good.
Yeah,
I've never
Yeah.
had it.
yeah.
Where did you have it?
There's one in the city in
No, they
Northern
closed
Liberties.
the one I think in Philly.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I had it up in Massachusetts.
Oh, so you probably had like one of the. Did you ever watch the show?
Yeah, I watched the show like years ago, like a couple episodes. And I was like, this show is bad.
What
yeah,
show?
it's terrible. There's a show like literally called Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers. It was like because the one brother runs the whole thing. Mark
Yeah.
is obviously like the face of it,
Mm.
and then like the mother was big into it, and then they opened a restaurant for her as well across the street from like the main Wahlburgers in Boston.
Yeah, they have, I think in like a little square, they have 3 restaurants.
Yeah.
They have like a high-end restaurant, they have Wahlburgers, and then they have the restaurant named after his mom.
Alma de Cuba or
Oh,
something.
yeah, Amadee
My dad met her at that restaurant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Was she fine?
Yeah, big time.
Your dad was just like, I'm sorry. Comes home to Mrs. Ross and was just like, I'm out of here.
I'm going to go marry a Wahlburger.
I'm a Wahlberg now. Takes her name.
My dad was probably trying to pitch a restaurant idea to him.
What is your dad's like? Your dad's like my first interaction with him. First off, his name is Bob Ross.
Yes, it is.
Not the painter.
Not
Bob
the
Ross.
painter.
Do you know who Bob Ross the painter is?
Yeah, dude.
Okay,
I was
just
going to say,
gonna
I feel like for some reason everybody knows the painter, Bob Ross.
You better. Your
Yeah.
name, like he's iconic.
Yeah. Yeah, so
But-
yeah. He doesn't like that. My dad does not like that people compare him, but that is his name.
One man paints paintings, and the other man
Runs restaurants.
runs restaurants. Yeah, I had my hat off to your dad from the beginning because he bought a restaurant in the middle of the worst time to buy a restaurant.
Yeah, he's a psychopath.
And he stuck to his guns.
Yeah,
And I was like, wait a minute,
And
your
he's
dad's
just like-
buying a restaurant right now?
yeah.
And like the deal was already kind of done, right?
So he had a deal before the pandemic started, and then everything hit the fan with the pandemic, and it pretty much, he waited a little bit, and then he was like, all right, screw that deal. He went and told the owner, let's restructure this entire deal. My dad offered him a whole new deal, like
Obviously less money. Yeah.
like less money.
Huge risk. It was a huge risk.
Yeah.
The whole world was going to it in the hell in the
and no one
handbasket.
knew how long or like what, and so and like whole deal, everything, and the guy was just like, yeah, let's do it. The guy who used to own it, big time investor. He sold a business with Michael Rubin, the owner of the Sixers,
Okay.
and like he's a smart business dude, and he liked my dad, and out of like a bunch of offers that they had, he wanted my dad, because he still owns the guy still owns the building, he wanted a restaurant to survive there.
It's
So-
better for him long term.
Exactly. So my dad and him struck a deal, and then I think we got in there June, opened in July. So it was pretty much, he gave me like, hey, get in there and just fix whatever needs to be fixed. So I had to move stuff around to get my guys in there and just fix whatever needed to be fixed. And like we painted like the entire place and just got them open as soon as possible.
How's have they made like a lot of changes to the menu 2 years later now? Like,
Yeah,
what's
so he
it-
does seasonal menus. So a couple items are still there, and then every season he takes like 4 or 5 off, throws a new seasonal item on, and then like the big sellers and stuff like that, like the one burger
I love
and
that.
like the shrimp tacos have been on since the beginning
Mm.
because they're like one of his top sellers. I've probably had the shrimp tacos there like 42 times. Like we just finished the basement in Ambler. I was like leaving the one day. My little brother's a manager there, so I was like driving, and it's like 10 minutes from this job. I text my little brother. I'm like, "Yo, I'm on my way home. Throw in some shrimp tacos." He's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Doesn't matter. I'll be there in 10 minutes." I walk in. He's like, "What's up?" I'm like, "You got my shrimp tacos? Grab my shrimp tacos, and I'm out."
Be like, dude, fuck, I don't want to see you.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, I don't.
Give me the tacos.
I'm in and out.
Make the drop.
I got stuff to do. Make it easy."
I don't think I've had the shrimp tacos there,
They're
but
good.
I love restaurants there's a lot of restaurants around here that are really good.
But
That
they don't switch it
they
up.
never change the
They
menu.
never switch it up.
It's literally the same menu for the last 10 years. And they're all like, oh, I haven't seen you in a while. And I'm like, change your menu.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Give
I've
me
had,
s-
I've
let-
had
I-
each thing there 9 times. I don't want to keep having them.
Yeah. And when I lived in the city, it was like way easier. Like you
There's
had
so
the
much
same,
there.
you had the same, you could follow the schedule of restaurants because all the restaurants in the city, the competition's vicious. So they're always,
Yeah.
got specials or different things on.
And there's so many restaurants there
That-
that, like, you go to one, you might not go back there for
Yeah.
7 months because you hit a bunch of other restaurants.
Exactly. And there was a bunch of restaurants that we really liked, like A Kitchen outside
My
of
brother worked there.
Yeah.
My older brother bartended at A Kitchen and A Bar for years.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I've probably met him.
I
then.
say you might have. He was there.
We
for
were
a
there
while.
a lot.
Yeah.
And we would sit at the bar because reservations wasn't once I locked the deal down with the wife.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to
Yeah, he
impress her as
probably-
hard. I was bad at
probably
making
your
reservations.
bartender.
We would go
He's
to
a
the
really
bar.
good bartender.
You'd walk into the nicest restaurants in the city that you got to wait for reservations even, and you just be like, oh, there's 2 spots at the bar.
Yeah.
The bar game is where it's at. You don't want to sit.
Oh
at a
yeah,
bar.
absolutely.
I love the
I'll
bar.
sit at a bar
All day
over a
long.
table
All day
any
long.
day. I don't want to sit at a table. Let me sit at the bar. Let me talk some shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, just
It's
talk
a
some
cooler
shit.
vibe, too,
It's a
man.
cooler vibe.
Yeah.
I like
And
to
it's,
sit
like,
next to
quicker,
somebody.
quicker service, and like when you drink, you're not waiting for someone. It's just like, yo, brother, what's
Just
up?
smash your glass against
What-
the thing. Be
what's
like,
up,
fill it.
Give me 3 more of what I just ordered.
Yeah, I like sitting next to Anna. Like whenever we go out to eat, sometimes we prefer to sit next to each other.
Yeah, we do the same thing mainly
Yeah.
because I'm just nuts and I can't pay attention unless I'm like listening to you like real close.
Side
I
by
don't,
side.
I don't want to have to like strain to have like if you're in a busy place and you got to like really talk. It's like I just want to like sit here because I'm talking shit. So like
Yeah.
I don't want to be yelling it across the table. Be like, look at this dude. Look at that power
That's
mustache.
a good one too. Yeah, where you can just do like the quick lean
Quick
over.
Everybody
quick
thinks you're
lean
talking
over.
about them,
Like,
and then
look
just
at the
like,
dude
it's because I am.
to your left. And just like, shit.
Check out them fake boobs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what.
She's gonna knock her drink over if she turns. Look
Yeah.
at those fake boobs.
Yeah, bro. I used to do that shit in Spanish with my cousins and shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. I can't do that with Anna because she speaks Spanish, just kind of sucks. So when we talk shit about people, we have to kind of,
Dude, we should.
use English.
yeah, you know.
Dude, next time we go out together, me and you should sit next to each other and only speak Spanish.
Okay.
And the girls will be like, "What are they saying?" And just like talk shit about them.
Yeah.
But
Are
like,
you that good at Spanish?
I'm pretty good.
You are.
I'm pretty
I
good.
believe
Like,
in Andrew.
I literally, the other day, what did I struggle with the other? Oh, glue. I was
Yeah.
like, I forget glue.
Yeah, you said glue.
Yeah, I was literally just like, I forget. I was like telling the guys, like they were asking me, like they needed more drywall glue, the drywallers. And I'm like,
Mhm.
well, that's your boss's
Yeah,
job,
yeah.
but I'll text him and get you guys more glue. But I literally said, that's your boss's job. Like, I'll text you guys. I'll text your boss to get more glue.
Oh, really? Like you said it all in
All in
Spanish?
Spanish, and then was just like
Glue.
glue. And the guy was like, okay, good job.
Yeah. Sometimes with the drywall subs, the same thing. You're just like,
Dude, we
yes,
had
no, like,
we had a guy that worked for us a while ago now that spoke Spanish allegedly, and like I never questioned it, but I never had a chance. Like never had a situation, and then one time we had a bunch of framing subcontractors on this deck job on the house we built, and I was like, "Yo, can you?" Like, go tell him whatever he's doing is like doing it wrong. Like, you're the only one here to speak Spanish. And he went out there to speak Spanish, and I was like, I don't think you speak Spanish, hombre.
I just didn't.
And he just like I heard what he said, and I was like, oh, I
Really?
don't, because the dude looked at him like, what? And I'm like watching this, like I can kind of hear what he's saying.
English, or did he just
our guy was like second or third generation, like Puerto Rican or something
Okay.
like that. And he like went out there and was like, yeah. I was like, you know, speaky. But I was like, I always find it funny when people like lie about them being able to speak another language, and then you like call them out for it,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, like yeah, I can still do it.
I took 3 years of it, and I can say like I like to ride my bike, and like
No,
I like ice cream, and like where's the bathroom?
The essentials. Man.
Like what I said in Spanish for 3 years. Where's the bathroom? Or can I go to the bathroom?
That's all you
Mike
need to
no
know.
habla.
Yeah, that's all you need to know.
No habla.
You know?
Un poquito.
Yeah, mi español is no bueno.
It's un poco.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
That wasn't bad.
I heard
Yeah.
the accent hard on that.
Yeah.
I
for
do.
sure.
I do it all the time when I just say mi español is no bueno.
It's not bad. That's
It's
pretty
like-
good.
Dude,
But
it
the
sounds
rest of the
authentic.
language is bad. Like, I'm not even gonna try to butcher trying anything else. I've mastered that one.
I try and do like not amount of minutes, but I'll do like one Spanish lesson a day.
Really,
Yeah, and the
I feel
problem
like
is
it's I mean,
the problem
you're
is
dealing with a lot more of subs that are speaking that probably than I am.
yeah, I need to start getting into Brazilian.
Ooh.
There's a shift.
Framers.
There's a shift. Yeah, The concrete.
There's a shift.
There's been a shift in the labor force. Like
Yeah.
a lot of like the roofers, the framing guys, and the concrete guys are all Brazilian.
Yeah, the concrete guys too.
The concrete guys are Brazilian.
Holy shit.
And the problem is like this actually happened a couple months ago. I walked up on the site and the dudes were like zip taping the house all wrong. So I just like go off on them. Like I had to think of a couple words. I Googled a word or two because I was like zip tape. What the? I don't know how to say zip tape in Spanish.
Do you know how to say zip in Spanish?
It's just
and
zip.
tape.
It's a brand, so it's just
Exactly.
Zip. Yeah. So I went up and talked to him, and the guy was like, "Oh, okay." And I was just like,
Shit.
I was looking at him, and he looked confused, and I was like, "Tu hablas?" And he's like, "Eh." And I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I literally just said a lot to you. And I was
Yeah.
just like, "Damn it." I was like, "Damn it, sorry, man."
He's
You're like, I
like-
think I just told that guy good job. It's like all wrong. He's like, yes.
He literally was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Yes.
I know
was like-
Cervezas.
Nice.
We did a big demo job, and I had a crew there. I want to say there was like 8 or 9 of them. It was a Friday. It was middle of the summer, hot as hell. I brought 2 cases of Corona at the end of the day, and I walked in. I was like, Cervezas, and
It literally says it on the bottle.
yeah. And like they were like, hell yeah. Then like 10 minutes later, one of like my guys is there helping like wrap up the job. Like it was all like the end of the job. One of my guys he's like, dude, they started drinking at like noon. I'm like, what do you mean? Then I like look at the dumpster. There's like already 2 cases of Corona like gone.
Jeez.
And I'm just like, damn. Like, why did I just buy 2 cases of Corona?
Yeah, right.
That's funny. When I used to work in a restaurant, and like towards the end of the night on like a busy Thursday or Friday, the kitchen guys would be like,
Boozing.
2 Coronas para mí.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, all right, cool. My brother would be like handing out
Yeah.
Coronas from the beer fridge. And then the dude would come up and be like, 2 Jinglings.
Yeah.
I'd be like, what? Jinglings?
Shingling.
Oh, Yingling.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I'm like, 2 Chinakins para me.
Chinakins.
I'd be like, Heineken. If you just wouldn't go through. I think they were just trolling me.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, and I do think they like sometimes they get kicks out of it when like if we struggle trying to like communicate with them, they're either just gonna ignore you, or they're just like they just laugh at you. I'm like shit, like I'm done. Like guys, you're good.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah, for some reason, the kitchen guys were on like a huge kick one time trying to nickname everybody. So the one dude, and I'm like pretty savage at nicknames. Like if I get a nickname, if something comes to me, that's it. And they were nicknaming everybody, and they nicknamed me El Russo. And I was like, dude, I'm not Russian. I'm not Russian. And they'd be like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
So I
don't
literally
know.
just started going off on them. And then like the one dude had like a gold tooth. He's dead now. He crashed his car street racing.
Damn.
I called him Freddy Mafioso. I had the salad dude was just like this chubby little muppet of a human. And he was so slow at salads, I called him Tortugo.
Yeah.
And then they were like, the whole kitchen started calling him, like literally his name changed that day.
It was just done.
And he was mad at me for like 10 years. Like I still see him, he's still mad about it. And then we had with this one dude, Walter, who would like always point his hair like into like this little like faux hawk,
Wave.
like rhinoceros looking thing. I just called him Walter Pequeño. And he would get so mad. And then I just like, dude, they would get so, I'd be like, oh, Walter Pequeño, let's go, chop chop. And he'd be like, Walter. And we'd like show me the knife and stuff. I'm like, come on, little guy.
You call that man Lil Walter. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
It's just like he was short as shit.
Bro, we used to give each other nicknames too in the kitchen.
Yeah, what was
No.
your nickname? El Jefe?
Nah, they call me Gilly.
Gilly?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Nah, I was like, nah, don't call me Jefe. I don't like that shit.
Yeah.
So they just call me Gilly.
That's what they call my mom in the restaurant now.
Jefe?
She'll come in the back and be like, yeah, Jefe.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, what are you saying?
Yeah.
She'll like cheer them on and they'll be like,
I started dancing for her and shit.
yeah, when my mom shows up to the restaurant, she usually got like a trunk full of fucking flowers and things like that, and the dudes scatter like roaches. My mom will come and be like looking for help to carry stuff, and they're literally just
Really?
yeah, she'll just find like the newest young kid that works there that's just like trying
Yeah.
to get after it, and she'll be like, you want to come help me?
Yeah. They're gonna say yes to any job offered to them.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
they're
my mom, we were over there on Easter for lunch, and the one server is like a young younger dude walks past the table, and she's like, "Oh, come meet my son," blah blah blah. Like, "Oh, this is like my favorite guy," blah blah blah. He always helps me, and basically like. In the long and the short of it, she was just like, "Yeah, this kid's my bitch." Like, I was just like, and the kid was just like, "Yeah, every time she needs something, I'm there."
I'm there.
I'm like, yeah,
I'm
in the
gonna do
weeds,
it.
like holding the ladder for her. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Holding
you
the
poor
flashlight
guy,
for
dude.
dad. Hold the flashlight for dad.
Yeah, poor, yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I've never been to eat at La Stella. I want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've always like driven by it, but
Yeah,
Where
you
is that?
Where you want to go on Mother's Day?
why Mother's Day?
Yeah, that's when next time I'm probably going, unless you want to go this weekend. But you already got plans, so you know
Yeah,
whatever.
sorry.
Where
you
is
do
that?
too.
I mean, kind of, because you have plans doing something else. I'm gonna go to this.
What the fuck?
I'm gonna go to this Muay Thai fight.
I got invited to this 1-year-old's birthday party I don't want to go to, and I have
A
to.
quinceañera?
Nah, 1-year-old.
That's 15, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't hear. Did he say 1-year-old?
He said
Yeah,
1 year
Oh,
old.
I didn't. I thought you said one girl's birthday
Oh,
party.
sorry, I do
Oh.
mumble. I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, it wasn't mumble. I probably just wasn't listening.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's. What
I
I'm
was
doing.
just instantly read that you were doing something else with that.
Damn,
This,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
one, yeah, 1-year-old's birthday party.
Yeah.
Whose kid? Like somebody in your family?
No, somebody I worked with.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it's more of Anna's friend. I mean, she's my friend.
Well, how
kind
late
of,
is this? Like, what time's this party at?
Bro, I don't know. It's in Quakertown.
Oh, they're definitely not Hispanic then.
No, not
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
I was like, I thought you were going to like a legit
Norristown?
party.
No.
I don't know.
My
Yes.
buddy has a landscape. Oh, he
Quakertown.
Yeah, Quakertown's.
Is it somebody I know?
You might, yeah.
Is it,
Andrew wasn't
is it
invited.
a girl?
Yeah, it's a girl.
She collect animals.
Yes, she does.
I know who it is.
Andrew wasn't invited.
Nah, dude.
No, because he doesn't know her, but
Ah,
he
okay.
knows.
I know her.
Yeah.
I was a patron. I
There you
didn't
go.
work with the girl.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't want to go. I'm going to a fight.
Yeah, boy.
Let me sing Gomar DMs from the ringside, just yelling, "Breathe!"
Yeah, I'm having.
That's these amateur fights that literally the whole time. Breathe.
Yeah, right.
Don't forget. Wow.
She's getting
Where
my
is
God.
that? Like, is that like?
It's North Brunswick, I think.
something like that. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
North Brunswick, New Jersey, and one of the UFC gyms. It's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, I never got into like the boxing or UFC or any MMA.
It's
but
really
You
awesome.
guys seem to
see.
be big into that shit.
Yeah,
Kinda.
we love it.
Yeah.
I'm always ready for a good fight.
Yeah.
Like I'll fight. Yeah, like and people don't understand. Like people think fights like they think violence. I'm like it's a sport.
Yeah, no, I get it. I
So it's
respect
like-
it. I just never.
It's just like a good. If I get in a good fight with you, I'm like, all right, cool. We understand each other on a different level.
yeah,
now.
because you doing that stuff like yourself.
yeah,
Like,
you're doing it. To
I'm not
yourself.
going. I'm not going to a gym like you do, and just go like, hey, dude, let's grapple and like beat the shit out of each other and kick
Yeah.
me in the thigh as hard as you can.
Choke me harder.
Yeah, right. Yeah, It's
Sit
like,
on me.
that's
What?
like
What? Oh,
I'm
shit.
cool. Like I don't want to like get kicked in like the ribs.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's literally what you do for fun.
I mean, when he says it like that,
That sounds kind of funny.
it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's kind of true.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Next time.
What do you got in the books for Ross Construction? Are you doing a lot of restaurants and commercial stuff now, or are
So
you just
it's
doing?
right now. It's seems to be like a lot of half and half. I still have probably 5 or 6 bathrooms lined up. We've got a couple. We're in the middle of a side door pub renovation in Warrington. We have another restaurant about to be applying for the permits in Chalfont.
How are you getting all these restaurant jobs?
No idea. So the first one.
I thought maybe just because like you guys are kind of networked in the food industry that like
No, zero of any. None of that had to do anything with it. So, like on the Facebook pages locally, like the Chalfont community page, the first restaurant, like besides doing stuff at my dad's restaurant, the first restaurant we did recently was Fusion Kitchen in Chalfont, and he found me on the Chalfont community page by searching, looking for someone to renovate a restaurant.
and people were just like, "This is your boy."
And like a couple people put my company on it, like previous customers, and just like there's a couple like good family friends that always just like throw my name out. You know, they also throw it on like the dumbest things possible. That
Yeah.
like it does nothing involved with me, and I'm like I don't do that.
I feel you struggle because they'll be like somebody, and I don't really go on Facebook too often, but every now and then I'll go and then I'll see like what I'm tagged in, and people will be like, "Oh, looking for an affordable contractor to replace some deck boards in New Jersey."
Yeah,
like it's
it's
like
nowhere-
like an hour and 30 minutes away,
to
and they
throw
need
in
one deck board
14,
put in.
yeah, Yeah.
And they'll be like, call Andrew Man from blah, blah. And I'll be like, I really do appreciate the shout out.
I love the recommendations. I love it.
Sometimes I'm like, what am I doing?
Because regardless, it sees your name as being thrown out constantly and constantly and constantly. So I went and gave that guy an estimate. He's from Delco. He just married someone in the Chalfont area, and he helped a buddy open something in Delco, and he wanted to do something around Chalfont.
Nice.
So I went and met with him, and he goes, all right, dude, get me a price. You're my dude. Like, on the spot, he goes, get me a price. You're my dude. And he canceled his 3 other estimates. And I was just like, oh, shit. Like,
he felt that big D energy.
Yeah, I guess so. I just sold myself on the spot. And I got him a price, and then we knocked out his renovation. Really turned out pretty freaking sweet. And in the middle of that, the guy who owns Side Door Pub on County Line Road in, I guess, Chalfont, Warrington, he called me. He goes, hey, someone posted saying that you do restaurant renovations. I was like, yeah. And I guess I do, because it's more commercial, and I was more residential, but I've also done a good amount of commercial that I was like, it's not that hard.
It's just renovation and construction. It's
it's just a renovation. Yeah, and there's a couple different rules and code things that are different with the commercial, and either health things with ceiling tiles that have to be certain ceiling tiles. They can't be ones that are going to flake into your food.
Yeah.
And then the one I just got the plans for, it's going to be an empanada place in Chalfont. And she had originally, like, I got a phone call on it from the owner, and I had her number saved. And I was like,
we hook up?
And I was like, who is this? And I kind of remembered the name, and it was probably 4 years ago. She had called me for, like, another job, and I probably never got her an estimate at that time, like the first time she called me, and like probably like lost in translation type thing where I just had no clue. And I was like, why do I have this number saved? So I met her at this other spot, and I was like, hey, like, it's in the same shopping center as the first restaurant I renovated. And I was like, hey, like, do you know, like, we just renovated, did you find me through that? Like, because my sign was in the window for 3.5, 4 months saying like renovation by my company, thinking that's where she found it. And that's not, she's like, no, I remember I called you like a couple years ago. And I was like, all right, cool. And it's a full fit out, like, gut this place to the studs. And I have like 13 subcontractors coming in, and it's a complete renovation.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Because the Side Door Pub and the other one are kind of just uplifts a little bit.
Yeah, just a little facelift.
Yeah. So like the one, it's blowing out 2 walls into the existing bar because the guy bought the whole building. So now he's got to have like a bigger bar area. But yeah, we still have we finished a bathroom a couple weeks ago, finished the movie theater basement. The carpet finally got finished off the other day. Did a quick den renovation the other day. We're doing a couple more demo jobs coming up. And so, yeah, mostly, that's what I'm saying, like, probably 50-50 with the commercial. I have an office renovation. I don't know when, but same thing. I price everything out, and that's in the works, finishing that out, like, doing all of the fine detail stuff right now. And it's, like, the amount of these projects, like, it all seems, I don't want to say it all came down at once, but now it feels like it's all coming down. And, like, I'm trying to get estimates. I looked at 7 or 8 jobs yesterday, and I sent 6 estimates from those 7 or 8 jobs this morning just because I want to get them out as soon as possible so that I can get either scheduled or have them say yes or no.
Yeah.
Because it just, I used to be really bad at that.
I like doing restaurants for a lot of different reasons. I like doing them because I kind of grew up in restaurants, so I know like a lot about the game.
And that's what I like that too, because I as well grew up. My whole family has been in restaurants forever.
And then it's cool to like go and eat at a place after you built it and kind of see like somebody's income and livelihood is like you're kind of like a part
and
of
they'll
the
feed you most of the time.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, that place
sometimes
in Chalfont, I walked in, he's like, "What's up, dude?" He's like, "What do you want? New menu." And like this guy, he was awesome. He was an awesome customer to have. Like in commercial, I can go whenever I want.
Yeah.
Like I'm like he had like a deadline that he wanted to open by, and we were like probably a couple days behind. I was like, all right, I'll go in at like 4:00 this morning.
Yeah,
and that
'cause
dude
you can't
was
be
like,
at somebody's house doing their kitchen. for
exactly. Which I've been at a customer's house at like midnight trying to finish a job for a New Year's party, which don't ever guarantee a job for a New Year's party because that's just my fault for doing that.
Dude, we were at a customer's house this past year, and I showed up just as like moral support because the guys were working. It was like 9:00 Thanksgiving Eve.
Yeah,
and I was like in a kitchen. And I was like, what did we do here?
Yeah.
And I just showed up to hang out and like show the customer that like, hey, look, like
we're all here.
We're here. Look, we're here.
Yeah.
We're trying. This job didn't go smoothly just for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
And it was a job we rescued from another contractor that kind of like screwed the customer.
Yeah, you've talked to me about this.
Screwed the customer over pretty hard. And, you know, we came in and agreed to help them, and then just like was a nightmare putting it back together, the whole thing back together.
Yeah, you're trying to fix stuff that you didn't know how it was originally installed.
Yeah, Trevor was in charge of that one, and he was just like,
shit.
Poor Trevor was just beat up constantly at that project because he was finding stuff out like every week. It was like, what? We didn't find this, like kind of thing. But I like building restaurants because I like to sneak into restaurants after I built them because I don't like the whole like, oh, this guy built the restaurant. Like, here's the food. Like, I don't want people to think I expect that. It's a nice gesture, and I'm grateful for it.
Oh, absolutely.
But I like to come in and like you're part of that person's like, you know, life now, kind of in a cool way.
Yeah.
So like you just see people and you're like, oh wow, like
That's
people are enjoying.
My phone rang when we were sitting in the office.
Yeah,
that was the owner of that restaurant.
Yeah, and it's just cool because they appreciate you because like now they understand that.
Talk
like
to the guy weekly. Like,
yeah,
he's just a good dude, and he's like, "You want to go grab a beer?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
One of my best friends, like I built his restaurant. Was the first restaurant I did. It was 21st and Chestnut, like in the city.
Oh, in the city.
It was an Indian restaurant, and I showed up there, and I don't even know how they got a hold of me. And this is like 9 years ago. And I showed up there with my brother, like Josh Pearl was actually working for me.
Pearl,
yeah. And we showed up there to look at the restaurant, and the guys were like, they got the space, no permits, doing the work themselves, no vision for anything. They were just trying to open an Indian restaurant.
Yeah.
And they couldn't get anybody to help them. And I was just like, what are you guys doing here?
Yeah, like,
and they're like, they were laying the Dietra mats down over other tile, and I was just like, oh.
That's gonna stick well.
And I was like, this isn't going so well. And he's like, dude, whatever you need, we'll pay you. And I'm like, all right, it's this much a week for like the four of us.
Yeah, and you're just like, I just give a price of
and we'll just
whatever.
like, we'll just be here until it's done.
Yeah.
And that guy, I mean, he ended up making a boatload of money off that place just from like the years of being open. But when I moved around in the city, or like I broke up with an ex-girlfriend, moved, I ran into him, and then I was like, dude, your food, I eat at your restaurant all the time. And he's like, you pay? And
he's one of those.
He was so angry,
especially when he's like probably making bank down there.
And I was like, why are you mad, dude?
Yeah.
And then he's like, let me buy you a drink. So we went out to eat and drink. We got hammered. And he's like a bigger Indian dude, Meet Patel, the guy's a legend. And we ended up like becoming super close. And then like one night drunk, we went down to South Street, and he's like, I just rented this place, we're doing it again. And I was like, doing what? He's like, we're opening Spice End 2.
Like,
and I was like,
shit.
with no plan or anything. He's like, you're doing it, it's fine.
Did you do that one?
Yeah, I did that one too. And I was just like, dude, you gotta stop doing this.
Yeah.
Where you just like buy, or you like rent spaces out and then expect it to go well. So we got that place open for him.
You did it.
Yeah, and we were like, yeah, of course I did.
Because that's what
he was my buddy at that point.
That's what's coming up soon. Is my dad's looking at other new locations, so I already know I'm going to have another restaurant.
Is he going to do like another of the same restaurant?
It's not Gypsy 2, because that's like, people are like, what are you going to name it, Gypsy 2? I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense. No, it's going to be a different concept, probably like a sports bar concept.
Yeah. Your dad's just becoming like the second lease on life. I'm just going to become an entrepreneur, restaurateur.
Yeah, like but I'm like, all right, cool. But like this time, like, because like I practiced all my renovations like throughout college on their house.
Yeah.
So like right now we're little by little redoing everything in their house.
That you just botched?
That I was just like,
dude, my mom's house is the exact same. You botched it because I grew up. Yeah. My mom's house is completely destroyed. When we were like, when we were kids, like we'd be like, Mom, buy us this miter saw. We were like 10, and she'd be like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I'm like, Mom, we got this.
Yeah, and that's kind of where like I won't go into my parents' master bathroom. I will not look at it. I kid you not. What was it? We were at the house a couple weeks ago. We did my old bedroom, my younger brother's old bedroom, and I had the sports room. So there was probably 2 buckets of mud on the walls from all the pinholes and flags and just sports memorabilia. So I was all the rooms are getting done one by one. And I'm like, Liam, here, I'll show you what's on the list. He's like, what is it? And Liam walked into my parents' master bathroom. He goes, yo, dude, this is pretty bad. I'm like, I know, Liam, I had no idea what I was doing. I was
looking up at the ceiling the entire time, just with your eyes kind of.
Yeah, and I'm just grout. It just, everything was just not good. And he's like, was this the first bathroom you ever did? I'm like, yeah. I was like, absolutely. Look at it. It looks like garbage. And my dad's like, it's not bad. I'm like, you don't know what I'm doing now, Dad. This is F minus work, and I would never ever let anyone ever see this bathroom.
Yeah, that's awesome. We grew up my mom was a single mother, and me and my brother would just stuff would just happen, and I just look at my brother. I'm like, we can fix this.
We can fix that.
And we were
12,
not even,
yeah.
Just being like, yeah, we got this. We'll stay in the deck for you, Mom.
Yeah. I did that once. The fence. My dad took my grandpa's sprayer, and I sprayed it. It was the worst summer of my life because it took the entire summer to spray a fence.
Yeah.
And our yard's not that big. And I was like, why would anyone want to do this for a living?
You're sanding a split rail fence for no reason. You just
yeah, right. And it's just terrible.
I gotta prep it, Mom.
I was like, yeah, I want to go work in labor.
We
it sucked.
Yeah, we would spend a little bit of time with my dad, usually around the holidays or during the summertime. We would spend a week or something with him. And you would see stuff that he was throwing together on his house.
Yeah.
And then you'd get back to Mom's house and be like, if he can do it.
Yeah, if he can do it.
Dad can do it.
This is my house.
Be like, yeah, my brother, for my brother's 12th birthday, he convinced my mom to buy all the wood for a half pipe. And we had a full full mini ramp in my mom's backyard.
That's kind of
We
awesome.
leveled the ground, put mulch down, did it. My brother never stained it, so the wood would rot. We'd have to replace
within,
it.
3 weeks.
But we had galvanized rails for the top coping, and literally every kid that skateboarded skated this ramp except for my brother.
Oh really?
Yeah, my brother was just nope.
He's like, I'll build it.
Hey, I dropped in a couple times, ate it. He tried,
Yeah.
but he just was never good enough to skate it. And then, I remember my dad shows up one day and was just trying yelling at my mom to she needed to get legal waivers made for all the kids that were on the ramp in case they got hurt.
It's the trampoline.
And my mom's like, yeah, whatever.
It's the
there's
trampolines.
I'm there's literally 30 kids in the backyard. It's a little too late. The ship sailed, buddy.
Yeah, right. Yeah. The kid's over there with his arms sideways, hide in the bush, dude. Don't get seen.
Yeah, and that was just you remember that story I told with that dude Joe C that showed up and we tried to fight the old man at the baseball field? Well, there was a kid there in a full leg brace because of that ramp.
Because of that
ramp. And there was another kid at the same time with his other leg in a full leg brace, and we were out riding, and he crashed a dirt bike full speed into a deer. Fucked his leg up. And Joe C, I tell this story about how this random neighborhood dude that was in charge of the homeowners association showed up to tell us we couldn't play in the field.
Homeowner
and I almost rallied the Lost Boys, all the kids in the neighborhood, to beat the shit out of this dude.
Out of him, yeah.
And he's like, see, this kid already got hurt. And the kid's like, what the fuck, dude? I hit a deer. Broke his femur, you fucking clown.
I had a customer that was trying to beat the shit out of his homeowner, guy, the president of their HOA.
Dude, they're the worst, man.
Oh, they are the worst. And
I ran and got elected for my neighborhood association.
Of course you
just
did.
because they were so terrible that I'm like, there's got to be something.
Where you live now?
Yeah.
Were you okay? Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, there's something I got to do to make this a little bit better.
Yeah.
I was there for 3 meetings and quit. My wife was like, dude, this is too much. She got too much shit going on.
Is it a 20-hour a week job or something?
No, they just we would show up once a month for a meeting, and they would have these conversations, and the woman who was in charge of
complaints.
It's just the woman who was the president was just I'm like, you guys got some serious issues in this neighborhood. You've been in my neighborhood. Yeah. I'm like, dude, we gotta I keep trying to leave.
Yeah.
And just
and by
running
what?
out of time.
And by what? Where?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is where am I gonna go?
Yeah.
It's just I look at places, I look at townhomes, I look at different things, and I'm just
buy a camper.
I'm just
buy
I don't
a camper and put it on one of your sites.
Yeah,
go spend $60K on a camper.
Dude, we talked about getting a really banging camper and buying land and then just like living in the camper while we build a house. And then I'm probably gonna just get like the whole problem, Mike, was I didn't want a yard.
Yeah.
So I'm
you
like,
don't want a yard?
I didn't want that. And then like I'm looking at these $500,000, $600,000 townhouses.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the hell am I doing with a $600,000 townhouse?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, for this same amount of money, I could get this over here and just buy a lawnmower and just like turn it into a remote control lawnmower. I got a Roomba lawnmower.
They have them. The Husqvarna makes one.
Yeah, dude. So I kind of realized over the last couple months, I've just been like digesting what I need to do. I think I'm just gonna get like a rancher and just like
That's what
build
I'm
an
looking for. That's what I'm looking
a
for.
little pad.
My buddy, you would love my buddy. My buddy Pat. He was Navy, and then he's working. He was working at an air base in Jersey after that, and then as a side job, he's working as a crop duster he's a mechanic.
Now that's an awesome job.
So they're training him at the farm where he's working, and like he's working on the planes, and then they're training him to fly. So they're pretty much like teaching him to fly.
Yeah, bush flying.
So like he's going to be a crop duster in probably like a year or so.
Making money.
And he just like sends me videos. Like he'll send me a Snapchat. He's in the air flying an airplane. And like he's the kid, my best friend, that like you're like, who the hell let him fly an airplane?
Yeah, do you know what crop dusting is, Gilmar? Dude, pull up just Google crop dusting.
It's badass.
Like these dudes fly ridiculously low to the ground and put pesticides over crops from an airplane.
It's sweet.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's sweet.
And they literally just.
Yeah, the only crop dusting I know is when you know
when you fart.
Yeah, you let one
fart
go
and disappear.
Yeah, this is wild.
Yeah, so like he's training, and so what I was getting at is he works at this farm. He bought a camper because he's from like our area, and this is out in Jersey. He bought a truck bed camper, like the one that sits in your truck bed, and he's got a truck that wasn't running at the time, and that's where
Sat
he's
in the
living.
truck, yeah.
He literally moved there Sunday. This is his first week there, and he's like, I talked to him last night. He's like, dude, this is going to be the greatest summer of my life. And he's just so stoked because he's flying these little Cessna planes. They're awesome.
Yeah,
We want to buy a plane?
yeah, kind of.
Because that's what he wants me. He's like, dude, we can flip planes. I'm like, Pat, I don't know anything about planes.
I don't
But
want
sure.
no like
How much money do you need? I'm in.
That's the thing. It's like there's so much to life like that like having a big house that like I mean I don't have any kids. I got Rambo, my wife. Like buying a big house or something like that to me just seems like
that's what you
it's
want
a complete
rancher.
waste of money in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's just like it's not. I'm not talking shit on it because like it's like whatever. I'm just like I think about it and I'm like. I'd rather use my money. I'd rather use my money for so much other stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all. Yeah, rancher.
Next thing you know, you've got a 4,500, 6,000 square foot house. Like, 3 HVAC systems. You got a Frigidaire refrigerator. Like, you're literally paying. Like, if that's your lifestyle, that's good for you. But like, that's not for me.
If anything, I'm gonna want the big garage. I want a rancher, and then I'm just gonna have like a big garage.
That's kind of what we're talking about, like a Barndominium.
Yeah. Have you
seen those places?
Bro, they're
awesome.
I show them to Gilmore. I'm like, this is what I want.
And I'm like, they're so much cheaper to build.
I want to build race cars in my kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'd probably have it divided.
Maybe.
Like garage and then kitchen.
Fancy kitchen.
But yeah, good luck. Good luck. Your wife might not want that one.
She said it's fine.
You got a motor sitting on your granite countertop.
Dude, she said it's fine.
But yeah, they're getting more popular too.
Yeah, I want a Barndominium. It's like a barn condo.
Look, this is Andrew's right here.
Yeah, that's me.
Perfect.
That's perfect for me.
Because I think what I was reading something that said like a lot of places will not approve it if the garage is bigger. So I guess it all depends on where it is too.
Trash.
It's whatever, dude.
Just
arm
stay
up.
out of,
I'll form up a militia.
Yeah, we'll figure it. We can figure it out. But yeah, Barndominium. You guys start building Barndominiums.
Dude,
get the Amish to come out,
that's
frame out the building, and then you guys just send your framing crew and be like, "Hey, build a couple walls in here."
Dude, like this guy
have an epoxy floor put down in your garage.
Basketball court in his house, like a rock gym.
Yeah.
Like this is what I picture in my Barndominium. I picture like rock wall, like basketball court maybe if we need to like hoop. I sounded official right there.
Sure.
And then I just want to build race cars.
Mine's gotta have like the most bitchin' bar in the world.
Yeah,
Like,
just like have people over to build some race
Kegerator,
cars.
like tap system. Like that's where I'll spend the money. Like do like a entertaining.
A little
like-
mini bike track out back.
Yeah, get a little
Ripping.
pit bikes.
Yeah,
Kind of want a pit bike.
yeah. I just want to continue my 20s into my 40s.
Yeah, it'd be nice to own a home where you don't have to really go anywhere else. Like you can do everything.
Just have
you want.
people-
Yeah, but
over and
there's
just,
no
like-
land around here
Yeah.
either.
Like an adult Richie Rich compound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like screw the
essentially,
roller
yeah.
coaster. I'm just gonna get a bunch of side by sides. Let's get drunk. Try not to crash.
I've been looking to buy a side by side, but I can't justify it yet because all my buddies have them. They go like once every month, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm like, you guys spent like 30 grand on the 25, 30K on these things.
I'm getting a side by side for me and Kilmar. But my wife said we have to buy a new house first to put the side by side and all the other race cars
All right,
in.
my shop's pretty big.
Like I need it. Like I
You got a
need.
shop?
I
We got
need
room.
a side by
We
side.
got room.
Like I need like a 2-seater fast.
Yeah, you get the
Rip.
Can-Am Maverick X3 turbos.
Yeah, Ryan Miller.
They're like 22K. Dude, I already know exactly. Dude, you put like $5,000 down on that, you're paying like $400 a month.
and
Yeah, right? But
Yeah.
like, I'm still trying to justify the amount it doesn't get used.
well, I mean, if I get one and you get one and we build the Barndominium compound, we're using
Yeah,
side by side.
I want to say I probably got like 9 buddies that all have them, and I'm
That's-
just like, they're like, when are you buying yours? I'm like, I don't know, because now I'm like, now it's getting warmer. I'm like, I'm looking at jet skis because I'm like,
You don't want a jet ski. Been there, done that. It's
if I buy a cheaper one,
it's
like
cool. Like a ski or a wave runner.
a wave runner.
Get a ski.
I'm not. No,
Dude,
it's more work.
Yeah.
It's so much more work.
Whatever.
I can't do a flip.
You could.
I'm top heavy, dude.
Dude.
Like I can't do a flip.
I mean, things are looking up.
Things are looking up.
Yeah, shaped like a wine glass.
Dude, look at the XPR 4 fastback. That's for me. The center bottom.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at.
Well, the 4-door.
Jeez.
Then you and Gilmore can just split it. But
No,
then
I'm not gonna split it.
I was gonna say Andrew would never let you drive
I
He'd be
will.
like-
I will let him drive it.
I'll drive
because you're
that
gonna be
shit.
drunk as
I'm-
hell in the back seat.
I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it, and I'm gonna let. Gilmore
I just got
drive
a
it.
snowmobile for free.
I hope he crashes it.
How'd you get it for free?
So it's just- people like that. People know that I like to get things for free.
Mm.
Okay.
So do I.
Interesting.
So I'll send you a picture of it tomorrow. I'm picking it up, or we're gonna try to pick it up.
Okay.
I don't know how long it's been sitting there.
Is it stolen?
No,
Okay.
it's just been sitting in this guy's yard under the cover, and
For
I pulled
years.
the cover off. It didn't look horrible,
Yeah.
but I'm like, a lot of my buddies mechanics will see if they can get it running.
But that's the thing, though. That's like kind of why I want the Barndominium, because I would love
Just
to go
fill
to
it with dumb shit you don't need, or like
I would love
fun
to
toys.
go to the
Toys.
junkyard, be like, look at that Porsche 911 Turbo that's been crashed in the front. I can fix that.
Mm.
Next thing you know, I got a really fancy race car.
But can you fix it? Are you like mechanically inclined, or like,
Oh, bro, we got the cars.
I know you have cars.
We build the cars.
Okay.
Built
all right.
not
I didn't
built
know.
not bought.
All right.
I just literally want to buy crashed cars and then just like bring them back to life, and people will be like, "How did you afford this?"
Yeah.
They're like, "What do you mean? We got this Lamborghini for 20 grand online."
Yo, that's
Yeah,
wrecked.
crazy. That's
I look at
crazy.
them all the time. I'm like, "Dude, I could fix that."
Really?
Yeah. With a space.
Yeah. You
Yo,
need the
that's
space.
crazy.
You need the space and the like all the I need to get all the tools out of
tools.
storage.
Yeah.
My one buddy has a garage that he probably has like 35 classic cars in it. He's got
Yeah.
the whole bar, the loft. It's got like the pool table, TV area, like, and it's just set up. Like, I'm like, this is exactly what everybody needs.
Yeah, like that's my wife kind of refers to our future house. She's like, it's just Andrew's like fancy bachelor
It's your fun.
pad.
Yeah, it's your fun house.
Yeah, like she's the best. She supports it.
Yeah.
She's like happy, whatever.
Yeah. She's like,
As long as her kitchen's like tip top.
no, it took it didn't take you a while for the last one to get done. Kitchen.
It didn't take a while. My wife did like demo the kitchen herself. She was like, it was in the beginning of Corona. Things were kind of slow, and she was like, "Can we do the kitchen?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And she's like, "I'll demo it." She demoed like the bunch of cabinets. I'm literally get the call that I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come over and like help you with like the last little bit, make
Yeah.
sure everything's good. Like in the matter of like getting the call to getting halfway to the condo, I got a call and she's like hysterical. I thought like something was like
Oh,
really
great.
fucked up. She
Yeah.
dropped a cabinet on her head. And she was like trying to rip down the crown molding that was left up there, and it literally just like she ripped that and it came down with another cabinet.
Oh,
she
jeez.
dropped the cabinet, got stitches on her head.
Oh, no.
She's bleeding all over the place. I come in. I mean, you know, I could drive, so we got there a little faster then.
Boots can boogie.
And it's like Corona Nation at the time, so nobody's on the road.
Yeah.
It's Diesel Nation.
Yeah.
I pull up.
Boogie.
I pull up and she's crying hysterically. I'm like, yo, you're fine. Like, I've got way worse scars on my face than this.
Yeah.
And she's just
Probably
like,
the right thing to say.
dude, I'm just trying to cheer up. She literally is crying hysterically. She might kill me for telling the story. But she was really just like, she literally like sobbing through her tears, thought I was going to think she was ugly.
Oh,
for having a scar on her forehead.
Like, yep, that's it.
And I was like,
that was the end.
I was like, honestly, like, you know, like I'm into like fucking badass superhero bitches with eye patches and shit. Like worst case, I was like, honestly, I wish the scar was kind of more vertical than horizontal, but like this is hot.
Yeah, like,
I was
into
his
it.
character, and she was like, okay, and I'm making her laugh. Corona Nation, right? I'm like, but the truth of the matter is, like, you're gonna need stitches in this shit. You're bleeding all over our kitchen.
Like, this is not just a cut.
And so she's like, oh my god, all right. We go to St. Mary's, St. Scary's. Shout out. I pull in, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna order Chinese food. I'm starving. Like, we're gonna go back to my mom's house where we're staying while the kitchen's getting done. And I took her in. They wouldn't let me go in because of Corona.
Yeah. Oh,
so she's like, she goes into the ER. She gets the stitches. In the amount of time that I went, picked up the Chinese food, and came back, like I was planning on eating it in the car.
Yeah, like waiting.
She was walking out of the hospital with stitches.
Yeah.
I was like, Corona's great.
If you're hurt, this is when you want to get hurt.
This is like, everybody was like, oh, don't get hurt. You'll go to the hospital and die. She was in and out of the hospital.
Yeah.
She had like a bunch of stitches in her forehead, and now she's like, I don't even
probably
know.
Can't
I don't
even
even know if you could. I honestly think it's on like that line you get in your forehead.
Oh, when you do this.
Yeah,
when you like squint
when
or something.
When
so
you're
like,
married to me, you get this line in your forehead, and that the scar is like completely blended in with that line, the stress line.
Yeah,
just being fucking married to a crazy person that wants a Barndominium.
I mean, I'm kind of about it. I'm kind of a crazy person, so like, I'm kind of about it.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, so go for it.
Yeah,
Why not? Why not, dude?
Yeah, it was sick.
Dude, we're gonna get the side by side. The main reason I'm getting a side by side is I've already broke my collarbone 2 times.
Ooh.
On motorcycle and dirt bike.
I like 4 wheels. I won't do 2.
So the the deal was like, not everybody was too thrilled about me looking at dirt bikes again.
How old are you?
34.
You don't need to be riding dirt
Dude,
bikes.
I can still rip, dude.
You probably can. I'm not knocking that.
But once I saw Ryan Miller, who works with us, I saw his side by side.
Oh, he's got one.
I looked. He's got a real nice one.
This is dope.
And I looked at it on his truck, and it was like white Denali truck, flatbed trailer, white side.
The whole setup.
I looked at it and I was like,
"Yep,
I need that."
That should look crazy.
That is for me.
Yeah, that should look crazy.
And then he was like, "You should probably get a 2-seater." I was like, "I'll get a 4."
Does he have a 4 or 2?
He has a 4. He keeps telling me to get a 2 because where they go up at Roush Creek, he says sometimes it gets a little tight, and like he rubs trees and stuff. So me and Gilmar are gonna get the 2 or call it El Diablo or something fucking crazy.
There's a couple places that we've gone, like, because I'll go up with them, but I'm like sitting like riding bitch with like another dude. I'm like, "What's up, man?" Like, and I just drink beer all day. But like when I had a quad, I would go up with them too. It's a place, Lehigh Anthracite.
That's a legit place. Yeah, the pits.
And you're not allowed to ride there.
Nope.
We like would park at like the McDonald's. Like my buddy's he bought kind of like a car trailer where they put 4 on the trailer.
Damn.
And like the whole setup. And we're in like a McDonald's parking lot unloading.
You just ride it right off the trailer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because
I know exactly the McDonald's you're talking about.
Yeah, it's right off in Jim Thorpe, like past through Jim Thorpe. Yeah, exactly. You know exactly where we're at. But yeah, the place is up there. Just ride for literally ever.
Yeah, there's Roush Creek. There's a place down in the Pine Barrens. I think the name changes every year because they just change the business every year just to get away from the lawsuit from last year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Every time you go down there, you're like signing the waiver form, and you're like, "Wasn't this?" And they're like,
"Do you have to pay at Roush Creek?"
I think in certain parts you have to make a contribution.
Yeah, which is fine. Like even if like the Lehigh Anthracite, like something like that, like you have to pay to go. I'm like, yeah, because it's the only place that like you can go and you're not supposed to be there.
Yeah,
but it's like I don't think they got stopped the one time. Or they got chased once.
Yeah, that's weird. They do.
Because there's some crazy people up there.
I occasionally hear people getting chased off there, but for the most part, I think they just kind of like, we can't fight this. Like,
Yeah, there's nothing they can do. Yeah, see that one? That was that one idiot on YouTube.
What?
A Whistling Dixie or whatever his name is.
Okay, I follow his YouTube. He's got a good
Whistling
channel.
Diesel.
Whistling Diesel, I think.
He's just such a weird character.
What?
But, like,
What is
put,
up
like,
with those wheels?
He's
though?
on like ice.
Isn't he where he's gonna like puncture the ice though?
He probably lives in like Wisconsin
Yeah,
where
it's
it's
probably
like
no
2
wings.
feet thick.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that to ours, Gilmore. El Diablo ain't getting spike wheels,
He's getting horns, but not wheels.
dude. I would put it.
I got a Longhorn, like a set that I used to have on my old truck.
Yeah,
You want to put it on your truck?
yeah.
It's pretty legit.
Dang.
But I don't know if it's like real, but like it's kind of cool. I had it on like my ladder racks in like high school, and like we'd park like all the trucks in a row in high school.
I always thought that was illegal to have like the horns on your truck,
I
like
don't
the
know.
bullhorn off the front. They'd be like,
Like this is probably like this big,
Yeah,
not like the full on like
Longhorn
like
bulls.
Texas Longhorns hanging off like each side of my truck or something. It was just
Yeah,
like
people
probably, like, this
mistaking you for a
wide.
cartel member.
Yeah, yeah.
He's El Blanco.
El
I'm like
Bronco.
saying like being super cool in high school.
Yeah,
Like, all the dudes driving a truck, they all park in like the truck row.
yeah. I
everyone
used
just
to call
backs
them
up.
Trucker Nation.
Yeah, I was part of that.
I
in
didn't
high
have a
school.
truck in high school. We were into the JDM cars, Japanese guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
And we do like have all kinds of neons and dope wheels and slam our cars to the ground and try and drive fast.
Cambered wheels.
Yeah, you had to.
You didn't have
Stanced.
to. You did not have to.
Whatever, Trucker Nation.
Yeah, yeah.
Trucker Nation would be all mad and they'd be like ripping fucking black coal and shit. We'd make fun of them, and then I got my first diesel truck. I'm like, actually, this is pretty fun.
Yeah.
I haven't had diesel, so
Feel his
I've
power.
never had blown the black smoke.
Yeah, you never. I had a Cummins that was pretty. You saw my silver Cummins.
I don't know if I ever saw that.
Yeah,
one.
that thing was obnoxious. I used to be embarrassed to pull up to people's houses.
Oh,
and
because
let
like
it was just so loud. It was like a 5-inch pipe,
yeah,
and just like
But
you'd
it's
have to pull away
cool.
slow. Yeah, it's
But
cool.
it's cool.
It is cool. I always tell people like you'd have people be like with that and the motorcycles and things, like they'd be like, "Oh man, you probably get so many girls with this," and I'd be like, "Nope, just you and 12-year-old boys."
yeah,
Yeah, Wawa
Yeah.
being like, "Rip it,
yeah. Do a
rip
burnout. Do a burnout.
naff."
Do a burnout.
Yo, I bet you do a bunch of hoonigan stuff in this thing. Be like, "Yeah, man, I'm Ken Block as shit."
Yeah, I just pull the e-brake all day long.
Yeah,
Doing 90 miles an hour e-brake.
Shit.
I had a buddy who used to do that on like 95 at like full speed, just rip fucking 360s, and then one day the e-brake just like ripped right out in his hand.
What?
Yeah, that same kid had a
Was it on then, or did it just?
yeah, it was just stuck on.
That sucks. See, that was gonna say,
just like
that just
spun
sucks.
off the road.
That
Yeah.
just sucks even more.
The same kid motor swapped. He had an Integra, and he took like a some sort of Civic crate motor, like a Type R motor, and like motor swapped his Integra motor. Like it was a basic Integra, and he put a Type R motor in it.
Damn.
And one day, like after they were working on the car, they didn't like latch the hood down right, so they're ripping the car in front of us, like just like took off, and the hood blew open and smashed.
That's
the
like some
windshield.
GTA.
And
like,
these
in
dudes,
GTA.
these dudes are literally hanging out of the windows, like driving the car, like oh shit, like
Oh
trying to
my
push the window
God.
down. We got there, they just kicked the window out at this movie theater parking lot. It was actually at the barn. At that point, we got the car to the barn.
611.
They were literally driving, looking out of the thing, and they pulled over to like just like take the hood off, put it in this dude's truck, and I was like, "You guys are gonna get pulled over with this windshield," and they're like, "No, we're not." Boom, and I was like,
That's like the most GTA
"All right,
Yeah.
now you just kicked
Video
your
game.
windshield out."
video game thing ever.
You smashed your hood apart, and now you don't have a windshield. Good job, Justin.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was funny. That car was fast, though.
It's
Oh,
kind
I
of
bet it
badass.
was, bro. A Type R engine.
But they would like tell everybody it was so fast that the hood blew open. I'd be like, no, you forgot to latch it. And they like,
Yeah.
they were the type of kids, they denied it forever.
Ah.
So I was like, no, the only reason this happened was because
Yeah, there's literally only one reason
There's-
that would
yeah.
happen.
you gotta.
You're not
yeah.
gonna be going that fast. It's got to unlatch itself.
And then that same kid got like one of those see-through hoods.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Like the fiberglass.
Yeah,
ones,
and like I forget what happened. He was at like a baseball game, like a high school baseball game, and they smacked the ball up and it hit the hood and just like cracked this.
Shattered the
fucking-
whole thing.
And I was like, dude, you just gotta get rid of this car. It's cursed, man.
Oh,
It's cursed. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a big thing anymore. You
Uh,
guys might have ruined that.
I think I think the see-through hoods are a big thing for actual show cars. The only time I see anybody or know anybody that does that is when they take their car to a car show and they don't want to leave their hood open.
Yeah.
Because people steal stickers off your car, steal your like coolant tank sticker.
Mm-hmm.
They'll like take your like knobs off your motor if you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So people will throw the clear hood on there to like so you can see the work, but like you can't touch it.
That's fucking sick.
Look it, but don't touch.
I've never seen this. That's weird.
You've never seen that?
I don't think
Oh,
I've
seen, like, the
you haven't
full
spent
ones.
enough time thinking you're Fast and Furious.
Probably not, yeah. I used to see these cars in my neighborhood because I lived around a lot of Puerto Ricans. So they used to have a lot of riced out Hondas.
Yeah.
Did you
Like
live in
slam
Norristown?
on. No, I live in Trenton.
Ah.
Trenton, yeah, real Puerto Ricans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I never seen them do this. I never seen them do this shit, but you know.
Yeah, they weren't their third generation.
Nah, not at all. But this is
They were
fucking
like-
sick. This is dope as hell. I do this shit.
Dude, I just like don't get it. It's like when people like throw it's like not just Puerto Ricans, Italians to Irish where they're like, yo, Irish pride. I'm like, dude, your like great grandparents moved here from Ireland. Like
Yeah.
nobody's been back to Ireland in your
Yeah.
family in 3 generations. You're not Irish,
Yeah.
dude. You're from Northeast.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Let's
That's
see
a
that,
lot. A lot
let's
of
see
them
that
from the
Philly
Northeast.
pride, dude.
A lot of them from the Northeast too.
Yeah. But
Oh man, that's funny.
dude, we should wrap it up on that. I don't know how it's gonna get any funnier from this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, now it's just like looking at like just weird.
No, we're just gonna like, yeah, we got weird stuff
Yeah,
going on.
Eagles are gonna draft in a half hour. The Sixers are about to play. It's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here for
Oh, the
Gilmore.
Sixers. What game is this?
Uh,
6.
6.
And they're up still, right?
Yep.
I took the Raptors.
Gilmore's very happy. He's got money.
I
on
took
it.
the Raptors.
I don't have money on it. You took the Raptors?
Yeah.
You think they're gonna reverse
I'm not.
sweep?
I'm not a like a Sixers fan, so
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah, you hate the Sixers too.
I just like New England sports, like Boston, everything.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I
Ever
was-
since that time you ate at Wahlburgers, you're like,
Yeah.
"Bro."
Nah. Yes, actually. No. Just I was born there, so like
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, I lived there. For
I
like,
can kind of see it now
5
in the
years.
eyes.
You got them
and
Boston
then
eyes.
My dad like grew up, born and raised there, so
Oh, it makes sense.
Oh shit, dude.
and
That
then
makes
he
sense.
married a Bucks County girl, so he had no choice.
He's second generation Bostonian.
There you go.
He's still got the pride.
I got 5 years there, so
Don't let your
It
kids.
counts.
Don't let your kids be prideful though. If your kids come out and they're like all about Boston, I'm gonna call fake.
oh, that's the problem. Like they're 100% gonna be fake.
Yeah.
If I like, but I got to train
Mm.
them or like move away for a couple years.
Yeah, go back to the mother country, Boston,
Yeah,
The-
go live
in the
work with
borough.
someone
Dude.
else.
Yeah. But where can people? Is your company still Ross Construction and Masonry? Or
Yeah, I'm trying to get. I'm gonna probably get rid of the masonry soon, and just be Ross Construction or like Ross General Remodeling or Ross General Contract or something like that. So if you got any ideas, let me know. But I definitely want to drop the masonry because I still do like I'll do most of my stone veneers myself, but it's getting to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do like the outside projects. I want to be interior.
Yeah.
And some of the projects I'm like, yeah, I would love to do that, but I'm not going to.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's
And
not
I'm
enough
trying to-
masons, so you could probably.
I
double down
know, and that's where I'm like, I want to keep it, but I'm like, I don't want to. I'm not laying block.
that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do it.
Damn it.
Like,
I was just gonna ask him.
yeah, like, I'm not gonna do it.
You might
I can do it, and I know a couple people that can do it, but I'm like, I'm calling a couple other buddies that are doing it.
He's out the game.
Yeah,
He's hung it up.
Yeah, he's hanging it up.
yeah, I hit
No more-
27. And I'm
No
like,
more rock hammer.
I'm like, I'm trying to not beat the hell out of myself
Put it
because
in
I'm
the
working in the field a lot still, but I'm
Yeah.
also in the like office estimates constantly as well. So I'm like trying to balance that where I'm like half and half, and but like I don't want to get out of the field
Yeah.
because like,
Then you just
I
lose
like it.
money.
huh?
Then you just lose money not paying attention to everybody.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Been there.
Yeah,
All right. So Ross Construction and Masonry on Instagram.
yeah,
Hit him up for your restaurants
yeah. And basements,
and basements.
Basements.
He's the basement boy.
Basement boys.
basements and
Bas-
restaurants. Just two only.
Dude, you could niche yourself like that and just like
That's why
be
I was
fun.
pushing like that. I made that Bucks County basements page, and it's just like I had all those basements at once, and it's kind of been like other projects. But now, like I looked at 4 basements yesterday, so I'm hoping maybe get 2 more on top of the one. We've got like a big basement coming up. It's like a full gut redo, egress, all that. And then hopefully like I can bring that page back to life a little bit, because I think that's a whole concept that could be its own entity, just Bucks County basements.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Like, do you follow Finished Basements New Jersey?
I'm not really that great with Instagram, to be honest with you.
You used to be.
I used to
You
be.
gave up on it.
I just I have too much to do now.
Yeah, I hear
Not
you.
that I didn't then.
And that's why I'm trying to be better with it and
I-
like make my own reels, and it's just a lot of work. And like my camera, like Liam and I went back and forth. I'm like, Liam, let me see your camera. He's got the brand new iPhone 13. I think I'm on a 10. And I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, my pictures suck.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm like, all right, Liam, like, we're using your phone. So I'm like, Liam, take pictures, send them to me.
Well, I mean, once you
Or I'll
have,
take his phone.
then once you have like a killer Gilmar on your team, you're just like, I'm just not taking pictures anymore.
Yeah.
You're just like, my pictures don't look
And
good.
that's all. Yeah, I'm trying to get Liam, like, take more pictures, make posts, like, tag it. And it's like, again, it's hard. Once we get in the groove, I'm like, I don't want to stop to take pictures and stuff like that. So it's kind of like that hit or miss, like, but
Yeah, I'm just
I do all right with the social media, and I'm like, I don't necessarily need to be doing crazy amounts of it either, I don't think, with how many calls I'm getting in. I'm
I
doing
think
like
Instagram's saturated now. They're like every Tom, Dick, and Jane has an Instagram, and they
Yeah.
think they're, a fitness guru or a builder. And I kind of just got exhausted by it.
Mhm.
It was just kind of like, oh, I'm competing with the B League.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna, once
And-
Gilmar joined our forces, we stepped it up like to a whole nother level. So it's like, it's very easy for us to be like, yeah, we got Instagram, but we have 600 some followers on our company account, and I'm like, I don't care about how many followers we have anymore,
It's all about views.
because those are 600 something followers, and like we didn't chase a single one of them.
Yeah, it's all the views.
It's all
Oh,
views.
It's all views and the reels, and that's why I'm trying to make the reels. My one reel got 220,000 views.
Dude, we have a YouTube video. What's that one YouTube video up to?
I have no idea.
Dude,
bro.
our YouTube is blowing up.
Is it actually?
Yeah, we're like
I remember
1,500 followers.
I want to say it was probably almost 2 years ago. You had like 52 followers. Like, we need
100.
everybody, please. So like, I 100%, because I thought it was funny, I would have like follow you, then unfollow you, because you're like, we lost 3 this week. How the hell that happen?
Yeah.
I would be literally unfollowing you, then following you. So I am following you now.
Yeah, we got like this one's got 265,000.
This one got 148,000.
Nice.
Crazy.
And it's all about like just.
We're up to
It's got to be constant too.
yeah.
That's all I was watching. Who was it? It was a Joe Rogan thing with who was it? Mr. Beast.
That
We
loved that episode.
Yeah, that was a great episode.
And like I've like watched Mr. Beast before, and I'm just like it's just because then once I watched that, and I'm like
You get
he's straight up, and I was like he's like we just didn't give a shit about anything besides going to work, making videos, and that's it.
and that's all we do. It's like we build awesome stuff, but now we have the team to like capture the awesome stuff. So my goal for like the YouTube or like just our content end of things is for that to be like a separate thing
Yeah.
eventually, because we do so much cool work, and like the houses we build
Yeah, absolutely.
are people watch that stuff.
Yeah. I've been in some of those houses. They're pretty sweet.
Yeah. It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, you're kind of a big deal.
So
But yeah, and that's like kind of where I put it. I was like, I'm trying to make better reels, and I'm sitting there making a reel. I'm like, then I go through like a song for like 45 minutes.
yeah, I get
Yeah.
what you
And
mean.
I'm like going through the trending songs. I'm like, yeah, but that trending song doesn't fit this video.
Mm.
Then I'm like, want to throw like an AC/DC song on because I think it's cooler than like whatever the trending songs are. But like that's where you get the views.
you also don't want to lose like the personality behind your business.
and
Like,
that's
it's
why I
really-
didn't want to fake it.
It's really important for us to like keep the authenticity
Yeah,
of
and
like
you don't-
who
yeah, you
we
don't wanna
are.
fake
We
it.
don't want people to think we're like
These hoity-toity builders.
we're not. We're these bros
We're just dudes that,
building
we're
cool
just
stuff.
dudes
That
being guys building things for people.
just a dude being another dude,
Yeah.
acting like another dude.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Bunch of
So-
dudes being guys.
that's it. But dude, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, man.
I
Thanks for
appreciate you
having me.
coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Ross Construction and Masonry. We got Mike Ross, myself, Rambo, and Gilmar. Hit the subscribe button. Follow us on Instagram. Follow Mike on Instagram. Hit him up for basements and restaurants. And
Everything.
thanks for listening.